What is good,
We
people?
are
What's good? What's
live.
good? How y'all doing today?
Good, good, good. How's everybody doing?
I'm enjoying life, man. I don't know about
Great.
you.
All
That
right.
is
So
true.
first things for first, let's get some housekeeping out the way. So we got what, episode three? We're in episode three.
Woo, time
Episode
flies.
three of
Episode
Soul
three.
Debates.
Oh,
Um, it's been a nice little ride. So let's keep it going. For anyone that has not subscribed to the channel, please do. Soul Debates. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Leave us your feedback. Tell us what you think. Feedback is always good. You are our customer, so therefore we always want to know, what we're getting ourselves into and what we can do to make the show better. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and let my esteemed colleagues introduce themselves, and we'll get this show going, man. You
go
got you got
ahead.
first dibs at this.
Go ahead. Should I go?
Yeah, man, knock it
Of
out.
course.
All right. My name is Riley White from Recycle.io. They like to call me here the freshman, for some obvious reasons. I'm a little younger, but uh, my forte is a little bit of everything. I provide a new, fresh, young perspective on the sneaker world, and it's just an amazing time to be here. I love having these debates. I'm not your average young guy. I'm not all about the off-white stuff, but I definitely have a little of a not really with all the off-white stuff, but definitely a little bit of a younger perspective.
Cool. And what you got?
What up? What up? It's your boy Lean.713. You can follow me right here. We're here to discuss. We're here to debate. We're here to get at it. Yell at us. We yell back
Absolutely.
in a soft way, I guess. Respectful way.
That's the key right there. Key right there.
Unless it comes to these 700s, then maybe not so respectful.
Yeah, the only thing that we don't go with is the magnets. The magnets we can't
But
Woo!
them
can't
hot,
show no
First,
can't show
damn.
can't
Fresh,
show no love for those.
fresh disrespect. What's up, Joe? That's my boy
And we need
Joe,
to, and
man.
we also need to add the hospital blues to that conversation at some point.
Ah,
I was about to say the same thing.
And as always,
flag.
I am your
Flag on the
moderator,
play.
Houston Sneaker Club. I will be moderating this show between these fine gentlemen here. So let's kick it off.
Oh my
We don't
god.
really have a hot take. I was going to start a hot take, but the hot take is more social. And I got to be honest, I don't think that we're there yet. So it's something I'll reserve for a later time, later date. It's something we'll talk about, at another moment. But um, I'll say this, man. Always show respect for your fellow man, fellow woman, no matter what race, no matter what genre, no matter what orientation. We have to show respect for one another. They're the simplest thing you can do in life is to respect somebody that deserves to be respected. So
Everybody deserves to be
I'll
respected.
just
Give the
leave it
same
like that.
respect that you expect in return.
Absolutely. I'll leave it like that.
I
So we're
like
gonna
it. I
get this
like
show
it.
kicked off. Um, got some topics I'm gonna throw out there. The first topic is I've been looking around, man, and we just cracked some jokes on Cloud Blue. I mean, not Cloud Blue. I'm still stuck from last week. Um, Hospital Blue. We talked about the magnets, and there's a lot of shoes that are dropping. We got the Shadow Backboards 3.0 coming out. We got the nines that are dropping Saturday. Anything else I'm missing that's dropping Saturday?
Um,
Uh, Let me look up. I was actually just gonna look up what's releasing.
Yeah, anything
I,
big that's releasing Saturday
no,
that
no, nothing worth.
nothing major, right?
Everybody going.
nothing that I can think of right off the bat. No.
Okay, so nothing major is dropping, but one of
Oh, you do have the Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0, the
okay,
restock or retro. I don't even know what these are when they're redoing the solar packs.
okay.
The Jordan 9s.
Well, that's the one I just brought up. The
Oh,
red and white ones, right? They released this Saturday, and I think they're first come first serve for the most part, right?
probably. I mean,
Yeah.
nines never really tend to be. I've never really seen someone stand in line for a nine. To be honest with you.
Yeah, even with some of our hype stores out here, I've been getting notifications that they're first come first serve. But with that being said, and leading into the conversation, talking about just really, man, the state of the sneaker culture. It seems like these shoes are sitting. We saw the cloud, God dang it, I keep saying that. The Hospital Blue release, and it's set, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
set, pretty much set. And we hear people say brick, 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 brick. I got a funny feeling that this 9 is going to sit as well. I do not see it selling out. I know that the Parcel ones just sat Saturday, even though they sold out on Sneakers app. They sat for a pretty good moment. They didn't like just go away where you click on it at 9 o'clock and then at 9:03 they're missing.
The
So my
first
question,
class.
yeah, first class, yeah, those Parcels. I call them the Parcels because they look like they have the whole envelope,
Yeah.
packaging feel to them. But the first class, yeah. Question would be, are these shoes sitting because it's a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? Are we so caught up
Man,
into the
man, you know
fact that
what?
if it can't resell,
Just to add on to that, don't forget about the 12s that sat,
Oh wow.
yeah, the
the
royal blue, right?
the
Surprised me.
threes that
Not knowing.
sat, the mushroom fours that
The
sat.
Knicks. I went to the
Man,
mall last week and saw the mushroom fours in there,
the camo 10s. Just to recap September, the
but nobody
FIBA
wants
fours.
nobody wants camo tens.
Yeah.
Well,
So somebody want them, but resellers
nah.
don't
I
want
saw a
them.
dude.
That's
I
what
saw a
it is.
dude on Facebook trying to trade. I want what are they DB9s for both the camo 10s, and I was mind blown. I was,
Really?
and no one took the trade. Like
Why would they? I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
no. He had DB9s, and he wanted the camo 10s.
oh,
Man, I think I might have seen something
I didn't
like
I
that.
didn't
I'm
see
not.
that. I haven't
It was
been I haven't been active.
Austin Chimera. I seen him. I was
I
like,
haven't been
Okay.
that active, so I can't say that I saw that or not. But with that being said, though, man, is it a buyer's or is it a seller's market? Like, what we
it
got going on?
reminds me of this Boston got Sullivan I was at 2 weekends ago. 2 weekends ago, I think so. That was to no fault of the owners because I love those guys. I think it's Joey and them. They're real cool dudes. But that event was trash.
Where was it?
So
What was it again, rather?
Boston.
But what
Right.
event was it? What was the name of the
It's called
event?
Boston Got Sold, and it's actually a decent event. Like I've gone. This is my third time going, and it's usually at the I want to say it's where the Patriots play their football games. I don't know what that's called.
Foxborough?
Gillette Stadium.
Gillette Stadium, Foxborough.
And they have this big upper room. Like that's usually where the event is. But I guess they used to do it in the Reggie Lewis Center, where it was today. And I don't know if it was because of location or what. But it was a 2-day event. I was only there for Saturday, and I heard Sunday was even worse than Saturday, and I didn't find a damn thing. I was there. We were the first ones there in the morning. And it was just bad. Like, and it really made me sit there and reflect on like, what is the state of the culture? Like, is this really what it is? It was all Jordan 1s and Yeezys, and like even those are getting played out. You were talking about the Citrons, like those are trash. I know, it's just another 350 that looks the same. That's all it is to me. I don't understand with this stuff. I'm sitting here looking at this stuff and looking at these shoes. I'm going from table to table, and there's nothing. There is literally nothing. Everyone, no, there was not a single price below StockX lowest ask.
What were you looking for?
Yeah.
Anything and everything. Literally anything. I mean, like, the only stuff that was cheap was old LeBrons. And that's what my table was, is mostly old LeBrons, just because the guys I go to the events with. I help them set up, I help them sell their shoes, but a lot of times I'm just going around buying or sitting at the table buying. And it was unfortunate. There was nothing. And I don't know why, but I just had to sit there and reflect on where are we going? Because it was really unfortunate. You would see, it didn't feel like there was a love for the sneakers there. It really felt like everyone was just there to make a few bucks off this Yeezy.
Man, you know what? I know exactly what you mean, but go ahead, man. That preach.
I was like, I don't know how to explain it, because I'm supposed to have like this young fresh view. And I remember like the last event, I still do love events. This one event didn't change my mind completely, but it definitely has me being more skeptical for the future, because I used to love events. I used to like fantasize about these and dream about them. And they're like my favorite time in the whole world, just going to the events, meeting these people, like networking and just getting to talk about sneakers. And then this event, no one was really, it was all like, nah, $400 firm, like nothing less. I'm like,
What was $400?
I'm like, you have used creams. I don't know what you're asking $400 for, but like, this is not a $400 shoe. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Is it because it's in
And
the East Coast? Because you don't get away with that here down south. Somebody will laugh at you.
I was like, I was so confused, and I'm like, I mean, and the thing is people were like, they weren't selling anything. I don't think I saw like any shoes move. I bought one pair, and that was just because it was an off-white blazer, and I just got like a really stupid deal on it. I was like, I just have to.
That's a good shoe though. I like that shoe.
It's a dope. Actually, no, I got a couple pairs. I got.
Oh, okay.
Hold up.
Flex on
I
this
told
real
myself
quick.
not to buy any personals, but I got these for 160, and it was
No way, dude. That's crazy, bro.
160.
What size are
these
you?
things are just dope, and they're so comfortable. So,
What
other
size are
than
you
that, there
again?
was, huh?
What size are you?
11.
That's good to know.
I think a lot of the so when you start thinking about um think of Walmart and think of Ace Hardware Store. I don't know if
Okay.
you ever heard of an Ace.
I have.
Those big markets or those big entities will gobble up smaller entities. And no matter what's going on, no matter what's there, it's going to always be that way. It's the neighborhood versus
Crazy.
it's local versus global. And when you talk about your local sneaker setup, sneaker summit, whatever you want to call it, man, I honestly believe that it's getting eaten up by stuff like
StockX. Go.
no, not StockX.
No.
Think about what's your largest sneaker show.
Sneaker Con.
SneakerCon.
There you go. It's getting eaten. It's getting
SneakerCon's
eaten up.
trash too.
Yeah,
But
man.
nobody's
Yeah.
looking
Is
forward
that
to
a hot
going to
take?
something smaller and local
I don't
when
think
they know that
SneakerCon's
that's
any
out
better.
there. I agree.
Yeah.
I completely
No.
agree. I've never been, but I've dealt with people that have went. I mean, that have been, and my little brother used to go to them all the time, and he would just pretty much tell me it's a bunch of little kids, running around. Most of the stuff is purchased before you even get in the building, because they let some of the bigger resellers, won't say any names, they let some of the bigger resellers come in and buy up all the inventory.
A lot of these little boutiques are buying up a lot of the inventory.
Absolutely. So you're
That's
getting
crazy.
eaten up by Walmart, the Walmart of the sneaker world.
You would.
It's not even the
It's not-
Walmart.
yeah,
I don't even think it's a Walmart.
I don't think it's
I
the
don't know why.
Walmart. It's more of the mom and pop.
Okay, wait. So let's go back to this analogy. You two are resellers, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to get into nobody's personal business. Do you believe that you could go toe to toe reselling with 2J Kicks?
Hell no.
Possibly.
That's the Walmart.
Think so? Okay.
You can't go toe to toe with 2J Kicks and with someone that has that type of capital. So when you walk in, I'm hearing that these places are walking into that. They're getting early access, walking in, and when they walk in, bruh, they're buying everything up, and there's nothing left because you
It's
have
about owning the
everything.
table.
You have everything.
If you have a table, that's how I do it. That's why I go in with the table, because if you have a table, you get to set up when everyone sets up, so you can go before. But that's not an effective strategy, because just because 2J Kicks can buy all this stuff, I might have went in with 2J Kicks capital, but not bought what 2J Kicks bought, maybe because people want to sell to him.
And
whatever.
I'm just using him as an example. What I'm saying though is somebody that has capital, because there needs to be a definitive in what a reseller is. I understand what the definition of it is, but there has to be a definitive of what a reseller is, and someone that just has a couple of shoes and doing it for a hobby. And a lot of these people, like you may be a reseller. I know Dean, I know Lean is a reseller. You two are resellers, but the average person is walking there with 2 shoes,
Okay.
2 or 3 shoes. That's not a reseller. That's just a person that got lucky and got 2 or 3 shoes, and they like, hey, I'm trying to make something off of it. You two are resellers. I can go to you two and say, hey, I need to look. I need to find this item, and more than likely, you either have it or you have the resources to secure it. Am I right or am I wrong?
Factual.
I try my best. Yeah.
Yeah, but for the most part, your success rate is higher than the average person, right?
Of course.
Okay. So if your success rate is higher than the average person, then when you're walking in and people are looking for something, this person is pretty much not him. So I don't want to say him. I'm just saying in general, these these Walmarts of the world are killing the market because they're just taking away from you all. They're saying, "Let me buy everything up." It's like it's simple like business etiquette or business strategy. If I have the capital, I can outbid Lean, I can outbid Raleigh. I take everything from you, and then guess what? You are forced to come to me for the product. It's like Coke. It's like selling dope, right?
Well,
I'm
I'll
just
mention
saying in my head, I'm thinking I could be
Right.
wrong with this.
that is, in theory, that is kind of what's happening, and
Okay.
in a way, it is. Um, but I went in with a decent amount of money. I'm not trying to flex on anybody, but I went in
No, no,
with
no,
like,
no, no. I get it.
I went in with more than enough money to buy a decent amount of, you know, I just went in with enough money to buy more than 10 pairs of shoes. And I couldn't find anything. The problem that rises is that those two people are not just coming in to get a few bucks because they got lucky on a release. What they're coming in, oh, is that Layson? Oh my,
Lason's
Layson.
awesome. That's cool, dude,
I
man. One
I
of the best
actually
dudes,
have
one of the best
something
people you
to.
could
I
ever
need to
know,
give
man.
him a shout out. I need to give him. I need to
One
give
of the
him a
best people you
shout
can
out
know.
on this live at some point because I have to unbox a package from you, and you got a video and a shout out coming soon, my guy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just got my package back from him. I'm not a custom guy, but shout out to him.
Yeah,
What
my
up,
shoes are on
Jay?
the way, by the way. My
Custom
shoes
guy
are on
right
the
here,
way.
y'all.
Yeah, my shoes are on the way.
Tune in.
On the
With
way.
that being said, it's just those people that walk in with just two pairs, they know what their shoes are worth, but they don't just know what their shoes are worth. They want more than top dollar for them.
Eric,
And
what's up,
it's
man?
and
No,
whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't know what it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing because honestly, when I think of that kid, that 15, 14-year-old kid that's trying to start up his hustle, make a few bucks, I respect that, man, because I used to be that kid. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna make my money anymore because, I mean, maybe I just gotta get more creative or something. That's something I have to work it with personally, but it's tough. It's definitely
all
not
of
easy
you,
anymore.
all of you are like the real estate market in the early 2000s. You're just eating each other up. It's saturated. So everybody's
Good point.
undercutting everybody.
That's a good
I
point.
have a Jordan 1 that's, let's say I have the Shattered Backboard 3.0 that's coming out end of the month. I'm selling this shoe for $400. I can go to the next person and get it for $10 less. Then I can go to another person that can probably give it to them for $10 less because you have people that are not resellers. It's that simple. They're not resellers. They have a couple of shoes and they're trying to sell them. So you have everybody trying to be a reseller, and they're not really resellers. They're, like you just said, they're trying to make a couple of bucks. They're not really dedicated to it because what a reseller would do, he or she would build up their capital. These people are trying to build up their capital and build up their shoe collection. It's hard to do both of those at the same time.
Or gain clientele.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
almost impossible because you're going to have something that I want. If you're trying to keep it for yourself, then you're not a reseller because a reseller, anyone that sells anything, they're willing to let go of the last item to make the sale. That's why when you walk in Foot Locker, if you see it on the mannequin, you can say, "Hey, I want that off the mannequin," and they'll take it off the mannequin, even if they give it to you discounted.
It's just like a clearance rack, you know.
Yeah,
Like, dang, this
exactly.
was just for retail not too long ago.
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, um, business smart, you would move that product and buy another product to
You
get
just
the
give it
sale.
up. And you'll give
Yeah,
it up, Robbie, because you are a reseller or you're an emerging reseller. You're on the cusp. You know, Lean, you are a reseller. You're there. But the thing is though, think about everybody that's undercutting you. If I'm selling drugs at 90% purity and someone comes behind me and sells it for 85% purity, but they give me $100 discount off of whatever I move, think about that for a moment. How much of a difference is the product? And in
exactly.
your product is truly pure. If you have if you have an authentic shoe, and both of you have an authentic shoe, and it's the same shoe, but I'm willing to let it go for $20 less, who do you think I'm gonna go to?
I think
Yeah. That's true.
to
However,
kind of like put my input on that is who can get to the buyer first.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's what I'm trying to get at.
it's just
If,
like botting, man. It's like who can get to the checkout
to
line
the shoe,
first.
who can get to the checkout line
That's
first.
just what it is. If
That
you
is
can
the
get to that
difference.
person first, you're gonna get that
Got
sale.
it. Or you can build up your reputation.
That too.
Your
That too.
reputation means everything. But
Yeah.
I'm saying with these young people buying shoes and people that are just getting started, man, they're not taking in all of that. They're only looking at one side of it, the price point. Who can get it to me cheaper? Think about it. You go to StockX and you see it. How does a shoe that starts off at $700 drop all the way to $515 in a matter of 2 weeks?
And
2
every-
weeks,
and
2 days.
2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. How does that happen? Like, how does that legitimately happen? Because
That
people are trying to
happens
unload.
that happens when Timothy borrows mommy and daddy's credit card.
Yeah,
and he's paying
exactly.
Mommy and daddy back because he bought a pair of shoes that sat and wasn't really worth anything. So he's got to get mommy and daddy their money back. So he tries to sell as fast as he can. And in order to sell it, he's got to undercut the next man.
Exactly. What $400 to me is nothing. $400 to a 16-year-old kid is everything.
It's everything.
I can hold out for 700. They can't.
That not even that. It's just making that sale. Making that sale is more important to them than that $400 at that point, because they want to just sell something. I seen somebody on today that was like, "Hey man, just buy these shoes for me so I can make my first sale."
See, that's crazy. So with the
What's
sneaker,
crazy? What's crazy
At
about
certain
that?
points,
what's crazy about that?
Yeah,
Like, you really asking me that?
yeah. I just want to let everybody know why you think it's crazy.
So I'm a capitalist by nature. I believe that everyone should be able to make whatever they can when they can, as long as it's legal. And there's some fine line in between that. I mean, hey, I think every billionaire has stepped on the neck to become a billionaire or a millionaire. That's just what I feel. Just to say I made a sale is not the goal. I thought the goal was to make money. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think selling something just to get a notch under my belt to say I'm a seller at a severely discounted price. Maybe a little break or a little bend, but a severely discounted price? Nah, man, I'm not. No, I just don't. I don't think that's smart.
It depends.
It
It depends on how long of a game you're playing. Now, if you're playing, I need to make money game, that is a terrible decision. But if you're playing the I need to make money in 10 years game, and I expect to keep doing this for 10 years, it might be a smart decision. And what I mean by this is that sometimes it's important to play checkers and not checkers. Selling at that low price will get you that customer, and then that marketing that customer will get you be like, damn, bro, this guy has the best prices. And people will, that word, it's like, I don't know if you guys know, it's like give, and you keep giving, and then you ask. So it's business strategy and stuff like that.
But what customer would you be getting though, Riley? Like, how do you know?
Huh?
How do you know that customer will be a loyalist?
How do you don't know?
So you gamble.
Huh?
It's a
So
gamble.
you'll be gambling pretty
It's all
much.
a gamble.
You're gambling.
Which
It's
chances
a
are not
Business
bad.
is a gamble. We're
Yeah.
selling sneakers here.
Yeah,
This is a
chances are
gamble.
not bad. Chances are not bad. I would never say that. I've taken a ton of chances in my career, and sneakers is not my career. I'm more aligned to corporate America, regardless of how I'm dressed. But I don't know, man. I just feel as though if you can move product and you can keep your reputation maintained by moving legitimate product, I think you're safe. Because word of mouth is the best referral.
Right. So then you run into the struggle. There's so many struggles. I mean, there's so many struggles. Sometimes it's easier said than done a lot of the times, especially when it comes to certain things like this. Like, I don't have a concrete example for you, but it's easy to be, well, sell for market, and it's just finding people. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm complaining. I don't think I'm.
No, you're not complaining. No,
It's-
man, no,
it's
you're not
interesting.
complaining.
It's interesting. It's an interesting conversation because it's. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't think you're complaining. I think we have different perspectives on it, and mine could be due to not experience but years, right? So, in what I do or what I used to do, I worked in the telecommunications market, cell phone market for years, bro, and I literally watched, I can talk about them now because I don't work there no more. Man, I used to come home with $18,000 bonuses per year on top of my salary easily, and I didn't sell a thing. All I did was maintain the infrastructure. I didn't do anything else. But what I learned in doing that was 1 year my company would be at 120 million, then the other company would be at 121, then we would go to 121.5, then they would go to 122, and it didn't matter how loyal somebody was. It literally shifted to who could provide the better service, meaning, like you all said, who can get it to them faster, right? And pretty much who gave a decent price point. It didn't have to be the lowest; it had to be decent. If I
Okay.
can get you a decent
If
price,
you're all
and I can
providing the
get you
same
fast.
exact product, if you're
Yes.
providing the same exact product, how are you supposed to do that?
How are you supposed to do which one?
Any of those things, because that's like when I think maybe that's the struggle of becoming a reseller. And
Well, I can tell you now,
What
25,
was his question?
50,000 of us got laid off because of that, because we just undercut everybody. Now you can't get laid off as a reseller, but I do feel like you all could be canceling one another out, and it's like the strongest will survive. That's kind of how I see it. Like you may make some money, but
The true salesperson will survive. That's why it's called
yeah,
reselling. The true
yeah,
seller will
strongest will
survive.
survive.
Yeah. So let's say y'all have the same shoe, right? Same price, correct? I'd be like, man, look, I'll take it to you and get you some socks. What is who is that guy gonna come from versus him picking up from someone else, having to drive across town? That's just an example.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? You just gotta, if you have the same thing, you gotta do something different so you can get to that money first.
Who's unique? Like what makes you unique? What makes you different than the other person? It's like dating. Most of us,
It's like, why buy from you when I can buy
yeah,
from this guy?
exactly. What makes me unique? Like what makes you different? Most women look at us like, man, all men, all guys are alike. So what makes me different? To make you want
Correct.
to choose me over the other guy that you think I'm just like. I
Correct.
do believe in that. I'm a firm believer in that. I would deal with you, Riley, because you are genuine. But I have an old traditionalist mentality. A lot of people may not think like that. I deal with Lean because we cool, we boys. We talk about everything, man. Like we talk
We
about
sure do, man.
everything.
It's beyond kicks.
So even if he charges me $50 more than the next person, I'm gonna trust that I'm getting the right thing from him because my trust level with him. But I'm an old
So
school theorist. That's the
we
problem.
all
I'm probably
compete.
getting burned because I think like that.
We all competing with StockX right now.
I mean, you compete
So
with StockX, Goat, um, you compete with everybody, bro. Like you're
Yeah.
competing with everybody. Do you know we got people? And you know what? I'm not gonna touch that. I'm gonna let other people touch that.
like
Nah,
Yeah,
man, go ahead, man.
I'm not gonna
We
touch it.
need it. We need to talk about it.
Well, because I think it goes into the next topic I want to bring up. So I don't want to touch it yet. Because so before we get into the topic, let me say this. I come from a world where I don't know how anybody else lives. We're in groups together, we all talk, we all chat or whatever. But we come from very different backgrounds. And I don't think people understand that, bro. Like what those backgrounds are. I come from a background where you're like, okay, I'm gonna stand in line for a pair of shoes. I come from a background where I can walk into a barbershop like I do every week and
Mm-hmm.
I can say, yo, I want those Jordan 1s. And you know what somebody's going to tell me? What you willing to pay for them. And let's say I tell them I'll pay $50. They will find somebody wearing those Jordan 1s and take them from that person if I really want them that bad. That's the world I've lived in my entire life. Now, I don't do that, but unfortunately, when you get your haircut, you build a bond, your barber becomes like your wife. Like, so you go back to that person all the time. And I'm still in that hood where people will literally, man, I can say right now I want a Louis Vuitton purse, right? And if I say my wife wants a Louis Vuitton purse, someone, when I go and get my haircut Saturday, in that barbershop will say, how bad you want that purse? And I'll say, yo, I'm willing to pay $200. I'm thinking they got in their house. Uh-uh. I'm going to go to the local mall. I'm going to find somebody walking out that store. I'm going to stake it out and I'm going to knock her out to take her purse if I have to. You're dealing with all of that. You got people that can get stuff for you, man, without doing little to nothing. And I don't know what the shoe game looks like now, but in Houston, we've had like 4 stores robbed, bro. Like literally. Like
Yeah,
literally,
man.
we had 4 stores robbed. So where do you think that inventory is going? That inventory is not going legitimately out. It's on the streets. It gotta be. You can't move it. It's like moving. Like I hate to keep using the analogy, drugs. If I steal from the biggest drug dealer or kingpin in my city, I can't put it out there in a formal place where somebody can say, "Yo, where all this stuff moving?" I gotta do it piece by piece by piece by piece. So is it safer, you being a reseller, Riley, you being a reseller, Lean? What's safer now? Is it okay to go to these local stores, or is it better to do it online and bot? Like, which one's the best way of going about it, bro?
Safer?
Well, like, safe, yeah. I mean,
The safe way of selling, man, is well, in that type of environment, and in that type of like jungle, in that type of hood, you have to. It's sad, but you have to kind of keep a low physical profile because you can be online all day. Will nobody know where you at? That I just want to tell everybody out there, like, do some safe buying and safe selling.
what does
Like
that mean?
I can't
Like,
stress that enough.
explain that. Like, what does that mean?
Safe buying is like you said. If somebody wants something, they're gonna get it from you, right? So what I mean by safe buying is when you go to the store, you know, go in, go out, get in your car, watch your surroundings, bring a different bag because these shoes is turning into something else, man. It's turning like gold.
Yeah. So, Riley, let me ask you: when you go to your like the sneaker events, is there a huge security presence out there, man?
Negative.
See, that's what
That,
I
I,
don't get that for the
yeah,
life of me. See, that's why I'm saying, like, I look at certain people. I watched a guy come into my barbershop with a pair of shoes. I won't say it because hell, he may be watching this. But I watched him come in with a pair of shoes. And the shoes were at least worth $800 and they were real. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, I know damn well there ain't no way you got those. You stole those, bro. You had to get them another way. There was no, you had to. I didn't buy them, but because I don't trust a dude like that. Hell, I may buy him from him, he may come back stealing from me. So I just don't trust him like that. But how do you have a bunch of 14, 15, 16-year olds, sometimes 11-year olds, walking around with a ton of shoes with no security presence? And I heard some of these kids walk around with wads of money. Am I right or am I wrong?
they
Nah, you're
have to.
right, man. And
They
it's
have to.
crazy. It's crazy because
Jesus,
reality is a mug, man. It's something.
Jesus.
And at sneaker cons, they definitely have a security, a little bit of a tighter security. But I know at these local events, nothing, man, nothing.
What
And,
the
it's
hell? Are you for real?
it's. I mean, at Boston, I didn't see any. I saw like the owner's friends, and I don't know. You got me really thinking about it. I didn't see an official security force. Like I didn't see no big men. I seen some teenagers. Like I was like, no offense, but if I'm trying to rob this kid, this little Asian kid ain't stopping me. Like he's not. Like it's just this is my personal perspective.
I mean,
I
and
think
anybody can carry, and anyone can
and a
carry
lot
a
more
gun.
physically,
Yeah,
a
you
lot
could have a
more
gun on you,
physically.
but I'm just thinking like, man, I'm what 5'10". I'm 239 pounds solid. I'm not a small dude by any stretch. Lean, you see me. I'm not a small man.
No, yeah, yeah,
I
correct.
just can't see if you don't have a gun on you. And one of them kids, like the kids that was at the Travis Scott pop-up event, I could have took half of them out with little to no effort. I wouldn't have broke a sweat. So I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm just thinking like, how can you put someone in that situation and not have them protected, knowing that someone could not just take the shoe because you can always recover physical. I mean,
Is that even
material
on
things.
is that on the event owners? Is it?
Yes,
I
I
don't think
think
it is.
so. Well, you know what? Responsibility and accountability is two sides of the coin. It is primarily on the event, the operators of the show, because they have to pay for it and all that.
But
But
if you're a
you,
smart vendor, you're gonna be like, hey, what's the security like?
there
What's
you
the
go.
entrance? What,
That's
you know
exactly what I was
what?
going to say.
But that's coming from experience, though. You know what I mean? Like you get somebody that, like you said, man, he got him like 10 pair of shoes. He got him a good capital and decided to invest in something, and he decides to go to one of these events by himself flexing. That's what these events are for. They're all about
Exactly.
flexing. So you
Yes.
over here flexing, you going live, you doing this and you doing that. But man, you know what? Is any of that really gonna put money in your pocket? So they get distracted from the hype, from the clout, from the excitement of whatever it is that their mind is focused on versus get into their customer and and be like, hey, look, I got these Jordan 1s for sale. I got these Yeezys for sale. You know, next thing you know, you got somebody right across the table. He might have off white this and whatever this, whatever that. You know, he might have all the limited shit. But man, if he out there just flexing and doing all kinds of like childish stuff, guess who's gonna get to the money first? He gonna get his money and get out. So when that kid that's across the table flexing decides, hey, it's time to get to business, guess what? Everybody that made their money except for you. You the last one there. You're like a target. Then that's what I mean by like safe selling, you know. And I'll touch on safe buying in a little bit, but we gotta sell safe first. Like especially like when you own one of these like boutique stores, you know, you got you a little good investment going.
You want a little story about a boutique store?
Man, it's crazy. I hear it. It's crazy because we hear it every week now.
Yeah.
Like we hear it every
Nah, I
week.
got a little something different for you.
Yeah.
So
Not to the traditional sense of stealing.
but this
I
this is
worked at a
this my thing is if you're in a place that sells something that's worth like gold, because man, you got you some AJ1 off-white Chicago's, that's almost the price of a necklace, almost the price of gold.
Man, you could get 5 pair of those shoes and
That's
literally buy you a small Nissan.
exact, and that's one pair of shoes.
A small Nissan, bro.
Imagine a whole space.
one size 8 will buy you a whole Nissan.
That's my
Exactly.
point. Like that's all
That,
I'm
but
saying.
that's why I want to say like safe selling. Like when you have a store, bruh. I'm in a business, you know, where we handle a lot of prevention, security on the internet, whether it's here, there, whatever. But man, you think an alarm and cameras, you think that's it? No, that's not going to stop somebody from coming in there, bulldozing the whole place of your stuff and
It's
leaving.
it's real easy, man.
You
You
know,
do a
it's
smash, you do a
it,
smash and dash.
the thing. What I tell people is, camera and an alarm, it's only going to warn you fast. But
Yeah,
if you
it's not gonna
get,
stop anything.
it's not going to stop nothing.
Yeah.
You want to stop something? Burglar bars,
Yep.
you know, deadbolt, security guard in a safer area. You really want to stop something? Man, get a pit bull and a Rottweiler, cut the throat off, leave them in there for the night. I guarantee you, your shit will be safe. And then to go back, we've been having a lot of break-ins, man, in the city of Houston. Man, I want to tell it's some young guys out there doing it too. It's some young guys opening up these stores, and I'm proud of that because the city needs that. We need something besides a mall, besides Foot Locker, besides these giant chains, you know, because they don't carry all the heat,
They don't.
you know. But man, when you open up a store, man, protect your shit, man. It's just like being at your house. Your business is your house. You want to protect your house like your
Pro tip.
business. That's all I'm
I got a
saying.
pro tip for any seller. I apologize. I don't mean to
No,
interrupt
go
you.
ahead.
A pro tip, just because I used to work at a store, and I'm not really 100% where the situation at, so I'm not going to tell you what store I worked at, but I will give you guys a little insight on something that happened at the store. Never, and I don't care what business you're in, what you're doing, never, ever, ever, ever let someone swipe their card or type in their card numbers without seeing the ID and having that ID match that card. And honestly, I wouldn't even let someone swipe or type the in anyways. But I mean, some of the older people definitely still have the swipe cards on their on their debit or credit card, and they don't have the chip, right? So they have to swipe, but you have to check IDs.
So I'm in the
And
IT.
that's something
I'm
I
in the
walked into
IT
this.
world,
Dang.
right?
So you saying it's like people wait. So you saying that people are like just using stolen credit cards?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
Oh,
That magnetic. Or so here's how the credit card works in the grand scheme of things. Right now, I'm obviously I don't know everything about credit cards,
yeah.
but there's a magnetic strip that people use to like how you just go to the machine and go swipe it through.
Mhm.
That magnetic strip, so easy to steal. I mean, I don't know much about scamming like that, but I know some of my friends back home, they used to do it all the time. They would just all they need is to take your card once, swipe it through their machine, and they have a copy of it, and they can replicate that easily. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not that expensive. It's not thousands of dollars to get this equipment. It's hundreds, maybe. You
Yeah.
know, and
I've
it's
had my
scary how easily you can get your credit card stolen, even if they
yeah, I've
just
had
get your
my
numbers.
credit card. I've had my credit card scammed by using a like going to get gas. It was like one of those card readers, and it took my information, and yeah, thank
Riley, are
goodness
you
it
talking
was
about a
credit.
store or are you talking about
So that's exactly what I'm gonna get into that. So if they swipe the card and the transaction goes through and it's a stolen credit card, the credit card company does not cover that unless you have a signature and you have proof that you got their ID. Because there's literal in the cause, it's so easy to copy that magnetic strip. Credit cards companies know, and they don't want to keep paying for people scamming. So it's on the store to repay that. Now, so what happened at the store I was working at? We had this one girl walk in, and then she was like, "I do movie shoots and or a music video shoots for like rappers and stuff, and I need a bunch of shoes, just so like when they come in, they have a heat. I can't have these rappers looking in here crazy." So she just bought mad shoes, like ridiculous amounts of shoes, like $20,000. And I wasn't there in the store at the time, but I came back and like I saw like pictures of it. I'm talking to my boss, like, "Yo, that's crazy! Like I didn't know, we haven't had sales like that forever." And next thing I know, we have a dude coming in here showing us his bank information, and it's like he's like, this isn't me. Like, he's
Okay.
like, I didn't do this.
So
And
hold
we're
on.
looking at this stuff.
Wait, let me just
I'll-
make sure I'm clear. Hold on, Riley. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Go ahead.
So you all had somebody walk into your store and buy $20K worth of shoes, and not one person in that store that is seasoned enough to say, "Hey, wait a minute," because it's a boutique, I'm assuming, kind of, sort of, and said, "Hey, wait a minute. Let me call this financial institution and do a merchant verification check to see if the money is even available in there."
It was split
That
between
ain't-
4 transactions, to my knowledge.
I would put that's
4
definitely on the
transactions.
store.
Yeah, like,
That's definitely
do you
careless.
like if you walk into
So,
Gucci and you buy anything over $900? Let me tell you what they're gonna do. They're gonna do a merchant verification check. Like, you won't see them doing it because they take your car and they kind of walk around. Like, I think the registers are like in the back, like behind closed doors. They're going to verify what you're about to buy, bro. They're not just gonna say like, "Yo, I'm spending $20,000 and let you spend 20 grand." They're about to verify that crap to make sure that it's valid. Or that's my experience, when
Of
I've
course.
purchased stuff like that. It's never been,
That would have
you
been
know.
the smart thing to do, and that is unfortunately not what happened. And what happened is a lady that bought these didn't
my
have a chip on her card. The swipe wasn't working, so they typed in the numbers.
oh my gosh.
And
wow.
I'm sitting there, I'm hearing the story. I'm hearing the story as the dude who got his credit card stolen is telling me he's going down. And then I'm talking to the kid who was like, not the kid. I mean, I don't want to
Yeah.
because it's a learning lesson. And if you don't know and no one told you, I can understand how you make a mistake. But it is so unfortunate.
Oh
It's
my
like, that's a
gosh.
$20,000 mistake,
Yeah.
and they have to eat that. And the
Well,
kid
they should have some type of insurance though that protects them
They
against
should.
fraud
I
and
don't know
theft.
if insurance is going to cover that.
Well, it will. It'll cover it, but the thing is though, a lot of these small boutiques, like a lot of these like little resale stores, they can't afford the insurance that comes along with it. so they don't buy it.
Yeah, because that monthly payment
Yeah,
or
that premium is
that
through the
premium
roof,
is
bro.
not is
It's like through the roof. So
because
most of them,
yeah.
it's like having a Lexus that's brand new and you buy it cash, but then you're getting um, what's it called?
You
Not
get comp.
yeah, not full liability insurance. Like you put liability insurance on a $70,000 car. You know, it'll cover the person that got hit, but it won't cover you. You
Just
gotta
like
pay out of pocket.
just like the package says, you liable for a certain part.
Yeah,
You know,
like
because if you
It's an
and you
unfortunate
get
lesson to learn.
you in these stores, and it's beyond selling shoes now. You know, you got Supreme, you got Bape, you know, you got Cause, you got all these like merchandise. You got TS, you got Travis Scott. So when we say TS, that's Travis Scott. So you got these TS items. I mean, there's fucking
man,
cereal that people hold valuable. You know what I mean? Like,
but Jesus Christ, losing
so
$100.
yeah, you know, when I go into these boutiques, like it's more than shoes now, which is understandable because you want to find every avenue to make money. So while you're over here making money, you're lost in the protection,
Lost in the sauce.
lost in the not even the sauce because you ain't even dipped in the sauce yet. The money is the sauce.
I'm just saying, bro.
The
Like
money is the sauce.
losing $100 is a problem. Losing $20,000 is a damn catastrophe. That's not a
Exactly.
problem, bro.
And then
That's
losing
huge.
everything that makes you money is
Exactly.
even
Holy
worse.
crap!
You know,
Like you got hit for the money, and then you lost the merch. You lost the merchandise.
man, if you ever go to a pharmacy, man, they got a
Yes.
counter. They everything is behind. You only like certain items are here. Certain items are locked up. Certain medications are locked up.
Bruh,
But
I,
how much
I
do you hate the pharmacy? Imagine having to go to a sneaker store and be like that. Like
I
I would
But
work.
it
never.
does.
I,
But let me, okay, look. Let me touch on that, Riley, because you know why we have an addiction for sneakers.
we do.
That's the problem. It don't matter if the shoe is outside or inside.
Start
All you
scratching
need
my
to
neck.
know is, hey man, do you have some Travis Scott one highs size 8.5? Yeah, we do. Okay, go and give it to me.
Yep.
It don't even got to be
Well,
out there.
have
We've
you ever worked in a sneaker store? I have a serious question for you. Have either of you ever worked inside a sneaker store?
I
no,
have.
but
I
both
have
of
when
my
I was
brothers,
younger. Correct.
both of my brothers were
You have
general.
when you
They
were
were
younger.
assistant managers at Foot Actions. Both of them.
Okay, I
I
mean,
worked in a
I mean
hood
like a
sneaker
resale
store.
sneaker shop.
Let me tell you that. I
Okay,
worked in
No,
a hood
no,
sneaker
I've never
store.
worked in a resale. Resale just, but you got to think about this, Riley, too. Outside of Flight Club, resale just became a thing. That
Correct.
wasn't a thing in the 90s. You know, we're older. In the 90s, early 2000s, we didn't have resale. We had eBay.
of course, and
So
So
I kind of
I
figured that.
worked in
I
a
kind of knew the answer to the question
where'd,
before I
where'd you
asked it.
work, Lean?
I worked
What,
in a custom sneaker shop right across Madison High School in
oh,
Harlem,
shit.
Clark,
Oh, yeah,
by Waddell store.
you probably got
So
robbed.
Okay,
everything that came in, everything that was in there was custom Gucci Jordan 11s, Air Force
I got
One.
robbed.
You remember that fad?
Yeah,
But my
dude.
smart thing was I would only carry maybe like $100 in my pocket and keep 10, 20,000 somewhere else and not in an obvious spot because I'm just sneaky like that. Was I packing? Yes, because I knew the environment. Was there customers to be served? Yes, there was a whole bunch coming in there just buying white tees and dream shorts. I don't know if
That's
that
a
was.
that's a hood. That's the hood.
Yes, they would
that's
come in there
That's the
they
hood
would
hood.
buy
Like
lanyards. They would buy
so, Riley, let me give you a little bit of
regular
breakdown about
shit.
Houston. If you hear Harlem Clark, Fifth Ward, SWAT, Third Ward, South Park on the North Side, if anybody tell you they live over there, don't
Acres
sell to them.
Homes,
Run, like
Greens
just
Point.
run, bro. Like for real, for real. Like
ah
just
shit.
bail the hell out. Like it's some grimy
Not
stuff.
unless you got a hood
Houston,
pass, man.
Yes, it's some grimy stuff that going on out there,
It
bro.
is. It is.
Grimy,
There's
grimy.
not when you
I'm
Beyond
hit
grimy.
those
not. I'm
places, there
no
is nothing
freshman in
bad. It's like
Tabasco.
Yeah,
like New York. You know, that's a good part of Brooklyn. There's a bad part of Brooklyn.
yeah.
You
That's
know what
how
I'm
Houston
saying?
is.
Well, Brooklyn used to be a lot worse than that.
Yes, but I'm telling you right now, there is no good side of Fifth Ward. There is no good side of South Park, Harlem
No,
Clark, or any of these places.
I
We
was born.
have
I was born out there, bro. I can tell you, everything out there is.
and you know what, Riley? Let me tell you something. This place they got hit is in dead smack in a rich neighborhood.
Yeah,
You're talking about Beyonce stays not too far from there. I don't know how often she's there, but by that place, right across the
Let me tell
street
you a little bit something. Let me tell you a little
from
bit
a
something
high
about where I'm
school.
from. Because where I'm from, it was similar. I mean, I don't know if it was to the same degree because I don't know too much about that. But my town was smack dab right in the middle of a bunch of rich neighborhoods. In the high school, a mile down the road, in like the 80s, was like the #1 ranked high school in the nation. Meanwhile, like our high school, and we had the highest teen pregnancy rate in New York State for like years in a row. And it's just, it's that's how it works. Honestly, I don't think there is any poor neighborhood that is not surrounded by another rich neighborhood.
No, not in Fifth Ward. No, it's
Yeah.
all poor. It's like a
It's
whole
all
poor.
poor, but like
It's like
what's around them all poor.
a whole poor continent. Like for real, bro. You can go from a street called Lowndes to Collinsworth, and it's about a good huge 6 mile stretch, bro. And it's all bad. Like it's just, man. I had a friend, dude, when the Bread Forest came out back in the back in the 90s. Man, I had a friend that got off the bus and got shot in the back of the head for the shoes, bro. Like
Yeah.
real talk, he got
For
shot
real.
in the back of the
The
head.
cool gray 11s.
Yeah,
Let me
got
tell you, let me
ugh.
that one shoe is the probably that one shoe that made all these sneaker stores be like, you know what? We need reservations. We need a raffle. We need something different. Because you come out the store, you come out of a mall.
What
Man,
mall
give
was it?
me
Sharpstown?
Sharpstown.
I knew it. I already knew. You didn't have to tell me. I knew what mall you was talking about.
So and even in the Galleria, you in the parking garage. Guess
Well,
what?
you know what? And you know when you bring up the Galleria, a lot of the malls, and Riley, you may know that you may experience this as well. The malls are not set up to be secure with the sneakers with any sneaker store. If you think about the
No, it's
Galleria,
not.
right? When you buy it, when you
It's
buy that
really
shoe,
not.
you literally walk out to the damn street. Like in the Galleria, if you think about where Foot Locker, Foot Action, and Shoe Palace
You
is,
buy an exit.
you right there by the exit.
You
When
buy.
you go to Champs, right down the way in Chic, it's right by the exit.
We're touching on this, Raleigh, because there's been a lot of smash and
Yeah,
grabs,
it's
and
right
not
by the
just
exit. I just
and
thought
this
about
is for
that.
probably a whole other show, but it's beyond
Jesus
sneakers
Christ.
now. Is somebody came up in a Louis Vuitton store, it took everything that they can grab, everything. Guess what the employees did?
I'm ducking too. What the hell? I'm not going to get involved in that, bro. That's
Exactly.
stuff insured.
Guess
I'm
what
not touching that.
guess what the big ass security guard did with
Hold on, wait. Let me ask you a question.
go on, sir.
Have y'all ever been robbed before?
I've been robbed. Look, you know what I got robbed
I've been
for?
robbed,
I've
so
been robbed.
I'm not about to do it.
Look, I was in 5th grade. I played basketball at this league right after, right? So I came home. I used to take the Metro bus. So I took the bus, and this was around like a bad neighborhood
Yeah, no.
in the southwest side of Houston, um, Fondren, West Airport. I'm walking. I had a starter jacket on, an Oilers starter jacket. Next thing I know, all I hear was bing. I woke up in the bayou. This dude telling me to take off my jacket, take off my shoes. That's when I knew. I said, you know what, this is a different game wearing this stuff.
Yeah.
And this
So
started back then in 5th grade, man. I was
yeah,
shit.
oh, it's been going on. Riley, what type of neighbor? Like when you bring up your neighborhoods, like how is it out where you are? Like when you go and buy stuff, like how is it? Like how are the releases done and everything else?
All right, so where I'm from a place called Schenectady, New York.
What?
And it's so complicated. It's there.
Say it again.
Schenectady.
Is that like like a place off the Office or like what? Like what the hell? I ain't never heard of that in my life.
Where is this by? I'm looking at it.
What the hell?
Most,
I gotta Google it.
What is
most
it by
people have
Brooklyn?
It's
Is it
about
by
30
how
Y'all
far?
killing me, man. But it's where GE started, and it's complicated, the history. However, nothing is released in that city just because it's not that big.
Bro, you
What
cannot say New York don't get all the fucking
Well,
sneaker passes.
but to his
Fuck
point,
that. I'm pissed off about that shit.
but to his
Man,
point, Lean
that's a
though,
I
whole
ain't told you
fucking
what
some
other
it is, but
story.
where
areas
you want to
don't
come
get
know,
it though.
because I can
Oh
explain
yeah,
this shit
okay,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Some areas
Okay.
don't.
I get it. I get you.
That's like when the
So
triple.
is
New York
that
and upstate New
where
York
is
are
that
two different things.
is
There's
that
a whole other state. Like, it ain't just the city.
yeah,
Yeah,
is that by like Queens? Is that by Brooklyn, Manhattan, the
It's like
Bronx? Where
3
is it?
hours north.
Like Yonkers?
I don't know nothing about New York, so
I
this is
hate
not a
you, man.
conversation for me.
New York. All right, so you
New
got
York is it's big, it's small, but it's kind of like huge,
it's big as hell. It's really big as hell.
bro.
Like
Texas is huge.
Texas is big.
Texas is huge. I also live in Texas, so like
Yes, bro. I drove.
I'm multi.
I
People don't realize that.
look.
People don't
Here we
realize
go.
that
Here we go. Look, Eric said we call that the burbs,
because people don't realize in Texas that it could take you longer to get to another city in Texas than it takes you to get outside of Texas.
bro. Look. I took my family to a.
Nah, it ain't the burbs, man. It
Uh,
ain't the suburbs. It's
it ain't
far
the.
from the suburbs. I
So
wish it was the
that's what Eric
suburbs.
calls it. You know, Eric a big time G. He's
Well, if you're from New York City, it ain't nothing like. I'm not gonna sit here and act like where I'm from is anything like Harlem or
okay.
Queens or
Yeah.
Yonkers
Nah,
or
we
Bronx
get what you
because it
saying.
ain't like that.
Yeah.
But it ain't easier. I'm not no all white neighborhood where it's fun games and shit like that. We all
Yeah,
at
yeah.
home and having a good
Oh
time.
no, I
That's
don't
not
think
really
you
how
are.
it is.
I don't believe that.
Eric
I heard
Yo,
you talking,
exactly.
bro.
You from Queens. You from Queens. I respect that because I would never compare that my experience to yours. But like if you upstate by Albany, so it's about 30 minutes outside Albany, and I had to go to Albany to get all the releases, and honestly, like I was always in and out of my car with bodies. I had bodies on me all the time, so I never struggled with people trying to come up on me because most of my friends are some big ass dudes, and you're not fucking with me, my friends, and that's just kind of how it is. It was like when I have my football friend who's 6'7", built like Zion Williamson, like you're not messing with him. He terrifying to look at. So you ain't like it's just like I never had any troubles with that.
Gotcha.
Maybe if I was alone, I could definitely. I'm built like a number 2 pencil, man.
Well,
Like,
no, I mean, Riley, like I said, I'm a
not-
big dude, but I've had people body me, like
Of course.
walking through the mall. Because here's the thing, man, you can look at me and say, "Yo, that's a big dude. I'm not gonna mess with him." But when you packing heat, it don't matter how big I am. Yeah, it doesn't matter at that moment, bro. If somebody got heat on me,
the police station was in the mall.
oh, okay. Well, there you go. See, we ain't got that benefit.
That
We
was
don't
that
have
benefited quite a bit. Like they
Yeah.
always had police. That police they didn't really care, but their presence was enough to deter quite a bit. But like if you was walking around where I'm from, it was split 50-50. If you I wouldn't just walk around with no. If you walk around with some off whites in my city, it's not the smartest decision. But it also depends on what side of town you're on. If you're downtown,
It's how you
probably-
move. To
it's
be
not a
honest
smart
with
decision.
you,
But if you're
It is.
uptown,
it's how you
little
move. Like you can't move around in off
Yeah,
white.
Riley, yeah, you're right.
Be
Like
it-
you
you
got
can't
big
go to a corner store in off whites and you
Negative.
Supreme and you whatever you bait mask. You know what I'm saying? Like and you freaking Supreme shoulder bag. You can't do that here.
It's brave as
For
hell.
sure, you
Can't
can.
do it. You can't do it. Yeah, you
You
can't do
can
it.
do it. You can
It's like
go
moving
to
anywhere.
a
Like, I'm
gas
not gonna,
station
I think about this. We got this
and get
place.
fucked up.
Oh wow, English. We got this place called Crane Street, and it's just like it's rough. Or we got Hamilton Hill. Like we got our areas where it's like it's just Section 8.
Man, let
everywhere.
me
It's all
tell you
see
how
is
bad
Section
it's
8
get,
housing.
man, and how disrespectful it's get, man. Like even rappers with security, and they supposed to be hard. And I know this is probably on another subject, but look how they move around, and then next thing you know, every time I put on Instagram, somebody getting robbed.
Yeah.
Somebody
Everybody
getting robbed
get
for their
robbed.
chain. Somebody,
You know,
somebody butt naked on Instagram on
Again,
like
I'ma
these
sound like-
media platforms, and you're like, how do you move around like that? How do you flex
I'm
like
gonna
that?
sound like
but you're
I'm gonna
not
sound like somebody's
flexing?
grandpa. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I do not understand how you can have all these shoes, all this Supreme gear, all this stuff, and then you freaking post it for
No,
everybody to see it, everybody to know what you're doing and where you're moving, bro. Again, I'm not saying that I live in the hardest place ever. I'm not the hardest dude ever. But where I am from, the only thing that has not evolved is the thug. The thug hasn't evolved. The criminal element hasn't evolved yet. The criminals are not on, they are, but they're not heavy on social media. Bro, if they ever get heavy on social media where they know I don't have to find you, all I gotta do is look at your Instagram page and see that you in the Galleria walking around with 10 pair of shoes. Oh, I'm good. I'm gonna walk up
I
on you.
think-
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Maybe that's a thug by you because the dudes by me is smart. They move different. You got those dudes that you ain't gonna see on Instagram nothing like that, but you got them dudes that like they watch. they watched, and mostly at high schools. It's grimy as hell. We had these dudes that would always sit right outside our high school, and we had this one and the middle school was the worst because it was right in there, and it was called Mount Pleasant Middle School. And dudes, it was like I wouldn't buy that school. I remember, it was just craziness, and you had to watch what you was wearing. I mean, I had dudes break into my locker and steal shit from me, like with bolt cutters.
I'm
In
pretty
front
sure
of
that
in
I'm
front
pretty
of
sure
school
that still
security,
happens.
like they didn't care. Like you have dudes 5'6", you got 5'6" big ass middle schoolers or high schoolers walking in this middle school, just walking in, clipping off lockers.
Like back then, it was just like back then when I was in high school. You know, it was just not even a couple of $100. You know what I mean? Like $200-$300. You got
I can't say nothing. I got my ass beat. They beat my ass, took my Oilers jacket, my chain, and my infrareds. They beat my ass. That's just pretty much what happened. They caught me coming down the street called Club Creek and Beechnut, walked up on me, drove by me in a blue tracker. It was called a Geo Tracker for all of you that are young. Then came back around the corner and just, the dudes had to be grown, bro. Jumped out.
I mean, yeah, of course. And the one thing about it is, it's probably one young guy in there that knew you or knew of that person or knew how you moved around.
Yeah.
Back then we walked. Back then we walked, man. We walked. We took the bus. I'm pretty sure New York, man, like you said, you walk all the time and you take the subway. And man, that's why it's kind of tough to wear these like expensive kicks sometimes, you know.
Yeah, but that right there, man, I just don't. I'm not good with that. Like, I get it. People are at a disadvantage, but you shouldn't have to take from somebody, bro. Like, I don't know how you stop it, but
definitely be safe.
Yeah, you have
safe. That's the whole thing, man. It's just like safe buying. It's like safe buying. One thing that I can tell someone that's watching right now, if it's too good to be true, it's probably not real. So, perfect example, man. Just this week, I've seen it firsthand. Some dude hit me up. Hey, but actually, I'm here. I'm shopping. I got baited in. I was like, oh man, you know what? You got that? Okay, cool. But as soon as I started doing the breakdown of my safe buying, he started, oh, I just need cash app, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, no, if we're going to do this shipping, if you're going to ship some shoes, do it the right way. Get it invoiced, get it insured, get it secured or whatever it is. Bruh, 10 times out of 10, if they're a scammer, they're going to leave you alone. They were like, fuck this dude. So, but listen to this. So I'm like, okay, this dude stopped responding to me. The next day, I seen the same dude get somebody in the same thing that he told me. But he had this whole dude run around, put money in something, give him the money. As soon as he said, hey, where's my tracking info? Question mark. Hey, bro, what's going on? Next thing you know, is number blue screens, no gray on the other side.
Man. You know what, Riley? I'll let you talk. You got it.
I got nothing.
Because I'm gonna say something crazy, and I don't want to say nothing crazy.
Yo, dude's grimy, man. My first deal ever. I was 14, and I got fake money. And now I don't know where my marker at, but I got it around here somewhere.
But that's another thing.
And you live and you learn. And a lot of it is like you can give as much advice as you. We can sit here. I can sit here and give you 100. It's $4
always.
CVS. $4. I can give you advice. I can give you 100,000 tips on how to buy safely from PayPal, how to do all this stuff, how to buy safely, how to move safely. You know what I mean? You can't walk around with like shattered backboards all the time. Like you walking in, you gotta know where you're stepping, and you just have to be careful. I can give you so many tips on how to like be safer. But I think the best
give it to him.
Is use your fucking
give
head.
It to him, Riley.
I mean, you should, bro. Like, you got to pay it forward.
You got this thing, and for me to like, I can go into intricacies of using PayPal and how to write a good invoice and how to like have a good deal and do all that stuff. But I mean, that's an hour.
You can reach any one of us, and we'll At our
Of
Instagram
course.
right here.
I have a whole template. Anyone wants, I have a whole template that I can copy, paste, and send it to you. And every invoice you ever send or get should look like this. There should
Exactly.
be a terms and
Man, long
conditions.
long story short, y'all want to hear how to do pay the invoice in about 10 seconds?
Yeah, tell them.
Have the word authentic and the exact description of everything that you buying, including the shoe
size.
trees,
If it's used, you got
every
pictures. You sent pictures to the buyer.
everything. And if it had a freaking flaw in it, put it on there. That's the short story. You know, get into the details, man. Hit us up on our Instagram. Follow us, man. We friendly people. We don't bite. We're not like these other people. Gonna put you down, man. We're here for the people, cause shit, man. Without y'all, we have nothing to talk about.
So I'm trying to really.
But we
hold
want
my
everybody to be safe because, man, this is supposed to be.
I'm trying to.
enjoying this culture.
I'm really trying to hold my tongue.
Now you can't
But-
do
No,
that.
no, no. Stop.
You gotta.
Hold up. Don't hold your tongue.
Don't hold the tongue.
Go ahead.
Don't
So-
hold the tongue, man.
Somebody has to explain to me. Right?
Don't do it. Go ahead.
Maybe I'm not a trusting person. You know, I'm a little pessimistic. I can even be cynical. So I'll take all that. You know.
Play devil's advocate for us.
Okay,
man.
once you get old, things just happen. Like you start to say, like, ooh, you know, you start calling dinner supper. You start calling the couch a divan. You know, all that good stuff. You're like, man, you know, back in my day, or you know, defense wins championships. You do all that stuff when you old. But the one thing that you do learn that you're old is you do not trust everybody. If it, like you all said, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. My grandfather used to always tell me, if it walks like, talks like, and swims like a duck,
Probably like.
it's probably a duck. Do not,
Yeah,
do
my
not,
stress
father
that
said
enough.
that shit all the time.
do not
I'm sorry.
confuse yourself, brother.
I can't stress that enough, man. to be
Don't
honest.
confuse yourself. So with that in mind, a pair of Travis Scott 4s, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it out there. Pair of Travis Scott 4s. They go for anywhere between my size, which I wear a large size. I'm a 13, so $675, as high as $1,300. Used, they still go for anywhere between $1,100 to about $500.
Not a big difference.
Not a big difference. That's my point.
100, 200.
So how in the hell do you have someone to say, hey, I got a used Travis Scott 4. I'm going to sell you said used Travis Scott 4 for less than $300. And you good with that? Someone has to explain to me, how do you trust, number one, the random dude you met off of Instagram? I have no sympathy for the people that get got by stuff like that. How do you trust a random guy that you've never, ever, ever had a conversation with from Instagram? That's like somebody meeting somebody off of Craigslist and driving to another state and going on a date with. How? Like, how do you even think in your mind that this could go? The percentage should be this could go horribly wrong and a little bit right.
Goes back to what you said, man. We have
Like, who does that?
We have an addiction to get that product.
But even with
That's-
addictions, though, man, see,
Yeah,
and that's I
just
guess
like
I
you
want to
said,
say.
man. With dope, somebody need it, they're gonna go find it, right?
I get it, but see, but dope has a little bit of violence in it, right?
Okay,
I'm not gonna get like
on
the
a,
Raleigh
on a,
Ted
on a
Jonathan.
whole nother, on a non-violent.
That's a whole different.
On a
But
whole.
e-
No, here
exactly,
you go.
that's what I'm
Here's a
saying.
perfect non-violent addiction. When somebody need their medicine, they will fucking go to that farm. They will go find
Yeah,
a
but they will
pharmacy
go
that carries it.
because there's a difference in
Hell yeah.
a need and a want. There's a need. Like if you need that medicine to survive or be healthy, you will do it. But my question is this. Again, I'm going back
We're
to
talking about wants here. Yeah, this is
we're
definitely
talking about a
wants,
desire.
yeah.
We're not talking about life or death. We're talking
Yeah.
about
Life or death is different. I understand. If it's gonna take you to get a fucking pair of Travis Scotts to save your life, but damn, get scammed until you get
do
better.
what you gotta do because I can
Shit.
respect you I can respect you saying, you know what, if I wouldn't have got these TS4s, these TS1s, these TS lows, I was gonna die. Like, oh well shit, you probably should have did it then. But you're talking about a shoe. Let me just ask a question. Why in the hell can't you just be patient?
That's
Like,
the problem, man. That a lot of us are not.
Society ain't
I'm
patient
gonna
no
tell you
more.
what. Perfect example, man. The internet keeps getting faster, right? Why? Because we want that information right now.
I'm still lost though. Like you two are, I respect you two, man. Like y'all are like brothers for life unless y'all screw me over one day. I don't think y'all will. But again, someone explain to me how I'm selling a used shoe to you. I'm selling You know what? I got this. I just picked up something random. My Beats, right? I used to get these, like I used to get hooked up with these. If I tell you that I'm gonna give this to you for $100, but you see that it's used for $400 somewhere, don't that like raise a red flag?
Yes, there is, and I'm gonna tell you why. Look, let's say your phone look like this. Nothing, right?
Yeah.
Then somebody, hey man, I got this for sale. They're gonna be like, oh, you can give me that for that price? Throwing this one away. Now you focused on this.
Okay,
You're
but
so
Lee,
focused on getting this
I
that
hear
you
you.
forgot to be safe.
But let's go just do semantics. An orange, a banana, an apple, and a hammer. Which one don't belong?
Hammer.
Deductive reasoning. Most of us can conceptualize deductive reasoning like, man, that don't sound right. Man, that don't feel right. Again, we are all in sneaker groups. We all look at Instagram pages with nothing but shoes. We follow YouTubers that talk about shoes all day freaking long. We all do this. Facebook, social media, we go in the malls, we do all this. If I see a shoe and somebody is telling me this shoe, I can go online. Everything is at the touch of my finger. Even if you got a Metro PCS phone, you still got access to the internet. You cannot tell me that you can't go on there and say, man, this used shoe is running at $500. Why the hell are you trying to sell me this shoe for $225? What's wrong with it? You know what? Do I really want to send my money to a stranger? Stranger danger. Imagine this dude pulling up to you in a van with some candy. Would you get into the van? I'm just saying, bro. Like,
all I'm saying is, okay, I get what you're saying. So, like you say,
yeah.
you got,
I'm sorry.
you got a banana, you got an orange, you got a plum, you got a hammer, right? Like you said. But let me tell you this.
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Exactly.
Like,
but peep this though. If that person isn't educated for them to know that hammer is not a fruit, then it's a problem.
So have we really
they're just not educated.
Okay, so
it's all about education to me.
Because we represent 3 generations, right? I'm older than you two. You in the mid, and Riley is upcoming. So
the freshman, what up?
Yeah, have we really gotten to the point where you need a shoe that bad that you're willing to get screwed over?
Unfortunately, some do it in all ages. This guy was my age.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what's so crazy? It's not his first time around.
He need his ass whooped. Period.
Man, and you know what?
His mom needs to just he need his ass.
Well, some people are stupid.
That's crazy.
The only thing was
but you can't fix stupid.
You can't fix
if people want to
stupid.
make bad decisions with their money, they can't.
But peep this too. It's for the weak-minded. It's hard for you to dodge a good seller.
Well,
especially somebody who sells bullshit. Because if you fall for bullshit, guess what, man? Your bank account is gonna look.
One of the
shitty.
old things has always been, I may not be smart, but I can exploit anything. And exploitation in any type of resale, any type of sale or fashion or style is at an all-time high. You can exploit anybody just based on if they want to look a certain way. That's why people bought a bunch of Ed Hardy shirts. People bought
fuck. Why do you do that, man?
What did he say?
Yeah.
What's that? The cologne. Do you remember the cologne? Ed Hardy?
Yeah. People bought. I was one of them, by the way, so I'm not
knocking.
Oh
shit!
But,
I did not follow.
I bought a shirt that had some bedazzled crap on it, thinking that I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I was exploited. So
y'all might not believe it, man, but it's hard for me to fall into some just certain fashion, whatever trend.
But that's not a fashion; that's a trend. So
yeah, like
trends are not good. So
I can't wear a blouse. I'm not gonna wear a blouse.
Don't follow trends. Ever follow a trend.
Never, I can't wear a blouse like how these dudes be wearing blouses and all that stuff, man. Nah, man.
So let's do this. I want to get to some of these comments. So, yeah, because I don't even want to talk about the hard.
Yeah, hey, HTX like yes, it's unfortunate.
So one came up that I don't know anything about, but it's from Mukau 1080. He said, "Imagine Travis Scott leaving for Adidas like Kanye did in 2013. Man, that would be catastrophic."
I'm gonna tell you this. You want me to tell you a quick answer to that? Nike is gonna find the next hype.
Yeah, they will, but man,
they always do, bro.
They'll still be big.
Always big, man.
You don't think that would be big though? That would be huge.
Bro, okay. Let me tell you. Do you see how? Look at the price difference between a 350,
Pause.
a Yeezy,
Anyway, I hate to break it to you.
and a
I
Travis
sell
Scott.
fucking cereal boxes.
Exactly.
I sell these things for $20. I can't see myself because of this comment. It don't even matter. I sell this for $20, and you're telling me that him going to another company isn't gonna be big?
Yeah, that would be
Like,
huge.
No, it's gonna be big. But what I'm saying is Nike is gonna find a way to get the next hype.
But
Nike
if
is
they,
the end all be all,
It's
though.
been
Nike-
proven, bro.
that's-
It's
that's
been,
a
but if they had
different
both of them at the same time,
bro. They
Kanye,
took Kobe from Adidas.
I get it. But if they had Travis and Ye or Yee, not Ye, Yee at the same time, what the fuck? Like, you don't think that'd be like right now? Like right now,
The difference between Kobe and Travis Scott is huge because that's a shitty comparison. Like I hate to break it, that was bad. That happened, but Kobe doesn't have the same cultural impact as Travis Scott does.
Yeah, not
Travis
right
Scott
now,
has-
man. Like Kobe is a
Oh my God, y'all!
Kobe's a legend.
I'm for
I'm not-
sure.
I'm not
Anybody,
Kobe.
if
Don't-
there's a sports
don't
fan
take-
on here, they would get.
I'm a
on
sports
y'all
fan. I
ass.
get what
They
I'm saying.
will
I ain't
get on
talking
y'all
about, like,
ass
no,
right
I'm
now
talking-
because
no,
some
no.
People
people
don't aspire-
worship Kobe. They
No, Lee,
worship.
I'm not
Kobe.
saying that. What I'm saying though is in this generation right now, people don't really I can right now go outside and I play football. So I can go outside right now and we used to play football when we came home from school.
Exactly. Till
Those
the
kids don't even know
street
how to
lights
throw a
came
ball.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody knows how to throw a ball. So I get I'm just saying right now in this day and age. I'm not talking about back then, but right now in this day and age, if they took both of them at the same time and had them both on the roster, I said Kobe, so Yeezy, Travis Scott, and Pharrell, like
Let's break it down
seriously,
like
dude.
this. Let's
But
break it
look
down
at
like
this though. But look, when Kanye went over there, they found Travis Scott and Virgil off white.
I mean, they did.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling
All
you,
right,
these
so then-
you talking about, man. I came from a big company, a big telecom company, the biggest telecom company in the world. Their logos are blue. I came from them. They paid billions to put their name on the Cowboys Stadium. $4 billion. You telling me they come at a young height dude that's very influential in music because that's where these guys come from. You don't think that young dude is going to take that contract and be like, why not? Let me compete against my competitors, which is in music, which is, let's say, Kanye and Travis.
So
They're low key competing with each other.
Okay, so the best way to kill an argument is to ask a rational question: who would you get to replace Travis Scott?
Right now, if he was to move over to Adidas,
If he left today, if he left tomorrow, who would you get to replace him?
shit, there's plenty more people to replace
I get
him.
it, but who would you get to replace that would make the impact that he has right now?
Future is pretty big.
So he could wait.
Y'all can't tell me Future ain't big.
I didn't say he's not big,
Okay,
but he's not big like Travis Scott.
he's not. Oh man, y'all can't say he's not a tier one.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
Is he a tier one superstar?
So you think if Future came out with a
He
shoe right
used
now,
to be.
everybody will go out and run and buy a Future shoe?
This ain't
A
the
future
we
Nike
just-
shoe?
It's too late
Yes.
era though. This is
Yeah,
not
look,
DS2
I'm gonna tell you
era.
right now. Look, if they came out with a Future Jordan 3 with his name and they only came out with 5,000 pairs, you don't tell me that's not gonna be, oh, I gotta go get it. Bro, the Trophy 5s were I didn't like them. But guess what? I liked them enough to buy them because I knew they were limited and that they
Yeah,
were
but
gonna
that's
at
different,
one
though.
day sell.
But that's different too. Everybody knew except me. Damn it, stupid mister.
My thing is, as long as the item is limited by a certain brand, people gonna go out there and get it. Just like an iPhone 11. So
But a
iPhone
little
11
bit of
come
that
out.
hype
Put it
though
like this.
was
Let's put it like this.
that trophy room was
Because-
closing down. Like everybody knew it was closing down, but me. Like I was a stupid one that didn't know. But
Like I said,
I-
limited. It was limited. When you have a limited product in the market, that's when the resellers study that. That's a different level of reselling. When you study that and be like, oh, okay, well, guess what? I went in StockX. They only got 5 pairs available at $1,000 for the Travis Scotts. So once those 2 pairs go, guess what the next price range is? 15, 2,000.
So
But
you really,
that's
so you
that's
tell me that we can replace Future, like Travis Scott, with Future.
if it's in the right circumstances.
All right.
Oh, so now you're talking about right circumstances.
I'm gonna take the
Yeah, because it's just
microphone. I'm gonna
like
take the microphone
it's just
for a second.
like it's just like Travis Scott. You can't find a Travis Scott in the store sitting.
Okay, all right.
He's not coming out with a shoe every month. He's not coming out with a Travis Scott 4 colorway, just like Yeezy's coming out with a. It's limited. An item has to be limited for it to be a success. Let me tell you this: if
Well,
you made 2
Successful to
million,
who?
I'm gonna tell you this.
Successful to who?
Listen to this: if they made 2 million Travis Scott 6s, you can't tell me that resale is gonna be at an ultimate high. No way.
Not if they made 2 million.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
No.
Look how many. Look how
All right.
many Citrons and Cloud Whites they made.
No.
All right.
No.
I'm gonna take the microphone. I'm taking it over here.
We debate.
Successful.
Y'all chime
Successful
in.
in order to successful to who? Because think about it like this: just off all those Yeezys that he's releasing, Adidas is making money. And
Look, this is absolutely correct.
Now, you know what? I'm gonna say something. H-Tex Life. I gotta be honest, bro. You may be right. I don't know about that Takashi one, but
Yeah, I don't know about I don't know about this one,
Bro.
man. Nah, because you know
that Bad Bunny thing, man. Look at here, dude. I'm there. I'm for it. I agree. But keep going, Rob. I didn't mean to cut you out. Keep going, man. I'm
so,
sorry.
and that's a good point too. Ye has his own shoe, where Travis is just putting a spin on old Nike designs, and it's simple. It's different. How to create a successful collab with any company. One, the company has to be cemented somewhat in the culture, right? Future is with Reebok right now. Have you heard of Future shoes? Negative. No one wears. No one wears his
but
shoes.
like
Because
you,
ain't nobody
bro.
wearing Reebok. All right?
But I'm gonna tell you this though, ain't
But-
nobody buying
wait.
Reeboks.
But Adidas owns Reebok.
Huh?
Adidas owns Reebok. You know that, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Did not-
Correct.
they own Reebok.
There's a
So-
parent company, and they're just
Yeah,
two
all they
child.
doing is they're just a subsidy.
it's
So they
Under
still
Armour,
like
Reebok.
that's why they signed. Reebok is the athletic division, really, of Adidas. Adidas is the lifestyle street brand division.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what it is.
So I will tell you this. Like I said, man, it's all about the brand. That's it. And nobody paying attention to Reebok. Nobody paying attention to whatever. Under Armour. Steph Curry's been
Rock.
won the past couple of championships.
I agree with that. Honestly, I think it's a good point because it's about the strength of the brands and how well those two brands can merge. Because you got to think about Travis Scott has his personal brand, which is massive because he's a genius. Whether it's him or his manager or whatever the hell he's doing, this stuff. I mean, it's crazy. People go crazy for this shit.
No, but you got to
this-
remember, you
for
said he
this,
has his
on
own
a cereal
brand.
box.
His
Yeah, he
brand is backed
That's
up
his
by
brand. This is a
Nike.
Travis
He ain't
Scott
the, he
brand.
ain't the second coming of Albert Einstein either. Like he ain't a genius.
He
He exploited.
he is
He
backed
exploited
up,
what everybody wanted.
bro.
Like-
He
Is that
is
not
backed
making
up by
genius?
Nike.
What do you mean? I mean,
I
how
don't
is
know if it makes you a genius. I just think it makes you that's just me. Like I said, I'm not here to.
How is he exploiting people?
No. I didn't say exploit you or exploit the consumer. Here's the thing: he took a shoe, and he didn't even recreate it. He just put a different color on it. He has yet to come out with his own design of a shoe.
That boy put a
Fair
pocket
enough. He's
on
not a
some
designer.
sixes, bro.
Per
That's
se.
it. That's all he
Us
did.
boys is geeking over there. Oh my god!
I'm not. And again, I'm
Let me
not.
get a hold of this. I
love
need
Travis Scott.
T6s.
Please, for the people that's out there watching, please don't think I'm knocking Travis Scott. What I'm simply
No, we're
saying,
not knocking them.
what
We're,
I'm
we're
saying,
going
is
back to this question right here.
he took a box of cereal,
Yeah.
put his face and put his image on it, and he sold it. Pretty much, selling is exploitation in a way. If you go to school for marketing, I believe. I went to school for marketing. It is a version. That's what you do. You convince people that this particular
I'm gonna leave
aspect
this
of
up
it
here.
is the greatest thing coming. Even if it's not, your job is to say this phone right here is the best phone ever, even though it got the same camera, same app, same everything. What's different
Yeah.
about it? You have to sell it though. And what he did was he sold his hype. He betted on himself. You have to be arrogant as hell to say, I'm gonna take a shoe silhouette and call it a Travis Scott and put my label or my image on it, change it a different color, and it's gonna sell out and make people go crazy. That's really all he did. And you know what? To your point, he may be a marketing genius, or his team may be a marketing genius.
That's
But he
you
didn't
hit
do
it
that.
right on the nose. It's
Yeah,
all
he
about
didn't-
He
marketing.
didn't do anything crazy. No, he didn't do anything
didn't do
crazy.
nothing
I will
special.
agree with that. He did not do anything crazy.
Okay.
But his brand is strong enough where he didn't need to. And I truthfully believe that if he does do something crazy, whether or not he will, I don't know. I can't read Travis Scott's mind, but I can see himself kind of going off. I don't see these Nike collabs being the final step. I don't think this new Air Force One coming out, that shitty Air Force One, whatever the hell it is with the zipper.
What
and
the
shit on
LA?
it.
Oh, you talking about the Travis Scotts?
No, those what the LAs are dope as fuck. No, I'm talking about the Travis Scott Air Force Ones. Those ones that he's making is nothing revolutionary, but these little tweaks to the designs, I don't think is a final plan. And if it is, but that seems to be the trend with Nike. I mean, Nike is not huge on letting people make their own silhouettes. That's why Kanye left for Adidas.
Yes.
Let's not
Correct.
forget that's why Kanye left. And we've seen how successful that was for him. Whether his shoes resell for a lot or not, he had one goal, and that was to get everyone in a pair of Yeezys. That's exactly what the hell he's doing. And he's making a shitload of money doing it. So in my eyes,
So he would
whether
be
or not
a little bit
those
more.
Travis,
So he would be a little bit more smarter than what Travis is doing. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
Who would?
It
Who
is
would
what
be?
it is. The numbers don't lie because you can go out there and get you a pair of Yeezys at a decent price. Can you go out there and get you a pair of Travis Scotts for a decent price?
Absolutely not.
Fuck no.
No.
The reason why for that,
No.
Nike did that on purpose.
They did.
They're not gonna come out with 18. I'm gonna tell you this: they're not gonna come out with 18 versions of the Travis Scott ones. There's fucking 20 versions of the fucking 350s. Come on, bro. You gotta tell me it's not about
Like I said, I'm not
the limited the fucking rarity of the item.
It's
That's
all
what
about.
makes
So when I use the
shoe
term
industry now.
when I use the term exploitation is rooted in exclusivity. Anytime you make anything exclusive, that's how you exploit people. Period. If you make, there's an episode, I don't know if you watch South Park. You ever watch South Park?
Once in a while.
a
yeah.
little, not crazily, but like.
So if you watch one of the old, there's an episode in South Park called Cartman Land, where his grandma dies, he gets $1 million, and he literally buys a amusement park. And what he does is he says, you know what, I hate everybody. No one can get in. Only me. I only bought it for me. But then in order for him to make sure that the amusement park runs successfully, he starts like making 1 or 2 people pay to get in. And they start to go crazy because it's exclusive. Well, that's pretty much that's how you exploit things. Think about it. When you go and line up for a Travis Scott 1 or a Travis Scott 4 or a Travis Scott 6, are you really lining up because you truly, truly, truly like the shoe? Or are you truly lining up because this man has convinced you to believe that, you know what, if you wear this shoe, you will stand out and you will be exclusive?
Well, for me personally, I mean, that's a personal question. For me
That's what it
personally,
is. It'd
I
be like,
love
man,
the
he
Travis
got some
Scott
shoes that we
Pokemon.
can't get.
Or you know what? I got a better one. It's us 3 on here. Chat. Everybody in this chat right now, tell me, with the Travis Scott shoe, do you buy it truly because you like it, or do you buy it because you want to stand out? I would love to just get a couple.
Now we're getting to consumerism. Why do we buy anything? Do we buy anything to? That's
Well, no. I'm just, what I'm saying though is, because here's the thing. If you know, like, if you think about it, I think Lean hit a good point, man. He said, hey, he really didn't make his own shoe. And we all can agree to that, right?
Correct.
yes.
Fear God, however, is its own shoe. It's a created silhouette.
Of course.
So he took an Hirachi and a Raid, kind of built it together and said, "Here's my shoe. Here's my concept." He took the idea and the concept of both shoe and he said, "Here you go." But I can tell you
That's
now,
a really good podcast on that, by the way.
huh?
Business of Hype with Jerry Lorenzo.
Yeah.
A really good episode on how he made that shoe. It's dope. I recommend everyone listen to it.
Yeah. So so somebody just said, "I buy to stand out." Again, you have pretty much bought it to say, "Yo, I got something that you can't. Not that you can't afford, you can't get." That's the difference in being exclusive. If you date somebody exclusively, what they're saying is, "I don't mess with nobody else. It's just you." It's not that I
so
go out on dates.
what point are we getting at here for real? Like, I don't mean to like. I just want to know where we're going with it.
So where I'm going with it, where I think, because I just brought up the fact that when you look at that shoe, when you think about that shoe, when you think about what goes on with it, that shoe ain't all that, man. That's just me personally. I don't even think I brought up the topic like that. I think, it just kind of came up. But for me, I just think he didn't do anything special. He didn't. He took a shoe, painted a different color, put a emoji on the back of it, changed the swoosh upside down, and say, "Here you go."
Okay, so then I'm gonna present a question to y'all. So I know how y'all feel about those Travis Scott collabs. If he made new silhouettes, would it
like a whole new shoe? Like a whole new shoe?
If he made a whole new shoe, if he had made with Nike or Adidas, and I think that's a big difference between Kanye and Travis Scott. That's the first thing I thought about. I was like,
you know what? Though, let me tell you, I'm gonna point y'all something out. It's not even about making if he get. I'm gonna tell you right now, if he creates his own shoe, it's not gonna sell as good as the ones or the fours. Perfect. You know why? A perfect example. There was some Travis Scott like Jordan 33s or something.
The 33s were horrible.
Where did that shoe
They
go?
are terrible. They are terrible. Like that.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody is eating off the one man who created this whole culture.
And again, that 33 is not
Jordan.
Michael
that
Jordan,
33
bro.
is not rooted in legacy at all. That 33 is a shoe that nobody. Man, my daughter took back.
Look at this. I almost resell the hype and wear what I think is dope.
That's what most people do.
Exactly. And you know what? It's a part of the game now.
And this all and to your point, Riley, this all started on
because it's to support your habit. Yeah. I already know.
If Travis Scott were to leave Nike and go to Adidas, and we said who could replace it, we said Future, and then we start bringing up, well, the shoe ain't all that.
Yeah, like, I don't think Future could replace one.
I don't need. By the way,
yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like if they were to come out with some like a Jordan 3 X Future. And it's something totally fucking crazy.
Sell. I'm not saying it would sell.
Of course it would sell. And look, also like this.
I'm with Riley on this one though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can disagree, but what I'm saying is, if it's a rare shoe that Nike makes from Jordan, like I say, if it's a Jordan 1 by Future,
and we are talking about,
will fucking fly.
And we are talking about the dude that lost his wife to Sierra.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just want to
make all right. Okay, but here we go.
Realistically, here's what's happening though. Here's what happens. Yes, it's gonna fly off the shelves, but we're getting into a whole new realm. Like we have to.
Bro, anybody that merges with Jordan is golden. That's all I'm saying.
It's golden, but you're not. The thing is, there's different levels to it though. There's different levels. Just because I'm just.
What's up?
Here's the point I'm trying to make, right? Let's go to your with your this Future reference. If Future joined with and made a Jordan 1 just as Travis Scott did, yes, Future has, how do I put this? I don't know how any other way to say it other than clout.
Hey, with the same quantity,
social status,
with the same marketing, right
now, Travis Scott is bigger than Future. Maybe not.
He's the bigger draw. He's the bigger draw.
Correct.
I'm talking about
that's probably correct.
The people who are part of the culture right now, Travis Scott's here, Future is here. Now, 5 years ago, who the fuck is Travis Scott? And you have, if you're reading this, it's too late, fucking level Future and DS2 level Future, and he's on top of the game. I mean, everyone's singing Jumpman and stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like he's on top of the world. If he had made a collab then, it would have flew. But what I'm trying to say is that would, yes, both of those shoes are going to fly off shelves and make Nike money. But we're talking about in terms of success. Success in order to who? I mean, that Travis Scott is going to resell for more just because of the social.
I'm just telling y'all
merging
right now.
of brands. The merging of brands. The Future brand versus the Travis Scott brand is those are two different. It's different.
So
yeah, of course it's different. I mean, the dude is he's look at it's also the lifestyle. He's dating a celebrity, a high celebrity at that.
You got a lot.
There's a lot of factors into it, but I'm
got a lot
just telling you, man.
That's why I don't think
Future can
eclipse him.
If there was 5,000 Jordan 1 glow in the dark futures and Jordan come out, I guarantee you, it's the same energy as a Travis Scott and the Jordan 1.
Because
it's limited. It's all about limited quantities.
He said an old Tinker design he would give to Travis. I've actually already seen.
What about the Wings ones?
I've already seen an old.
Look at this shit. The Eminem 4 is perfect example. The rarity of this shoe. It's rare.
How rare was that shoe though?
Like
14 pairs.
How many made? Less than 100, I believe.
But that's different though.
Look it up right now.
I mean, at least you have a slim chance of winning a Travis Scott. You had no chance of winning that shoe almost, like at all.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But where is his influence now? Why is his shoe so high now? Because it's rare.
Well, to your point, it's rare, but it's not rare. It's almost like a unicorn. Like you can, man, the likelihood that you will ever get your hand on this shoe is like
who birthed their unicorn? Nike did.
I get it, man. Like
I'm telling you, the rarity of an item, it will establish the price. That's all I'm saying.
What he just said. So HTX Life,
the resale price, it won't establish the retail price.
Yeah, the retail price on Travis Scott's is $160.
HTX said
the resale on Yeezys is $220. What's your point?
My point is the rare. Yes, okay. So, all right, great. Look from that $220, right? But a reflective pair is the same price, correct? But the resale value is different because of the rarity. That's what I'm telling you. The rarity of an item depends. That's what will depict the price, the resale price, and the worth.
I think. Well, if we're going back,
there's only one made. Guess what? That fucking resale is gonna be nuts.
Well, and you know what? If we're going back to the argument, so I get your point because I'm big into Funko Pops, right? There is a
perfect example.
There's a 2014. I think it was 2014, 2016. I got my dates off, but there's a Wolverine mask off.
I think it's 2013, right?
Yes, an unmasked Wolverine. Yes. Glow in the dark Funko Pop, and it was pretty much free. That Funko Pop is like $2,000, bro.
Exactly.
And I wish I could get my hands.
Oh my god, bro! That's what I'm saying.
I had a chance of getting it when it was like $200, and I just didn't pull the trigger because I didn't have the money, and I probably could have asked for it. I just didn't ask for it. But now, even unboxed, that damn thing is like $800. So I get when it's rare. I think only like maybe
the rarity
like
of an
150
item,
of them were made or something like that. So I get that piece. I'm just saying I think future time has passed and gone. But like HTX Life said, I think if you take somebody like a Post Malone, hell yeah,
true.
You have a different conversation.
Correct.
You have a totally different conversation now.
I didn't think about that, but I would probably agree.
You bring a Post Malone tonight.
Man, I don't like Post Malone.
I hate Post Malone.
Trust me, a lot of people don't like Travis either.
But a lot of people do not like Travis Scott.
Exactly. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you this. If you come out with a Post Malone, 1 million pairs of Post Malone SpongeBob Nike shoes, right? That's 1 million pairs compared to the 5,000 Travis Scott pairs. What I'm saying is
supply and demand, though. That's supply and demand. What are we?
No way.
What are we making?
This is controlled by Nike. If it's everybody wants Travis Scott's, right? So Nike could easily fucking say, "Hey man, full blast on Travis Scott's. Create as many of these orders as we can get." They're not doing that, brother. Because you know why? The next shoe is gonna want them even more. It's brand attention. It brings attention to the brand.
They're playing chess. They're playing chess by checkers.
Quinn, I don't know about Tiger. I'm gonna be honest, man. That dude, I don't
No,
know.
man,
Tiger.
bro, Tiger.
Great.
Oh my, no,
I don't know
sir.
about Tiger.
I'm with bro. Travis Scott is with
Biggest
Tiger's gal right now.
I don't know about Tiger. I do
biggest
now. The
comeback
Post Malone one. I'm like, damn, like the Bad Bunny one, Post Malone. I'm like, holy crap. Man, I think
Post
you could
Malone
throw.
sold Crocs. Post
Well,
Malone.
yeah, but I think if you give Post Malone his Nike shoe, a Nike shoe, I think it would sell. I'm gonna be honest. I do. I firmly believe
I
that
definitely believe that.
that it
I think
would.
you attach any famous person's name next to another famous person's name. I mean, you're attaching two big
Well, not
brands
female
together.
though. You could do it with male. You can't do it with female, which is sad, but you can't. Female shoes just don't sell.
I'm sorry. You attach Beyonce's name to a
They
shoe,
already
it's
have.
clip.
They tried.
They
They
have.
tried.
That's the
Who?
point. Adidas.
Adidas, yeah.
Really?
They have.
They even tried. They even tried
They
to
have.
tie Jay-Z when he was at his prime with Reebok, and that
Reebok.
didn't.
It just
Well,
You have-
the brand is.
I'm
the
gonna
brand
just
has
tell
to be
you right
strong,
now,
though.
man. It's all about that
The
check.
brand has to be. The
The
brand
check.
has to be strong.
The
But-
check.
but Travis Scott has a brand, like you said, and he has a hell of a following. His
Yes,
following,
Quinn, you're right. But none of her, if she was to come out with a shoe, it won't sell out like Travis Scott. I guarantee that.
I mean, she came out with shoes, but
She did. She
it's
came
Jordan
out. She
ones.
came out with ones, and you can get them way cheaper than the Travis Scott for sure.
yeah, I think we're talking about hype and talking about resale, and it'll
Well,
never
it's
be.
just, he's he's also got an influence in
Well,
the
what if
music.
Beyonce released a Jordan
He's
1?
got an influence in the music industry.
Now that may be
Now
different.
let's give Beyonce the same credit as any other guy, because I think if Beyonce released a Jordan 1, that would be a different story.
If she got a Jordan 1, it may be a different story. It may be a different conversation.
We're going back to Jordan because of Jordan.
But
Because of
it's
the
not
Jordan.
them. It's the Jordan. The Jordan
It's the
brand.
Jordan
I don't think
brand.
anyone's arguing with you on that one.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's Jordan
not
brand.
It's
anyone's
the
arguing
Jordan.
with that
And
one.
look, it's
Because-
the type of shoe as well. Because look, Jordan, there was a Jordan Travis Scott, 32, whatever it is,
33.
33.
That
No,
shoe.
sir. It
All
didn't
of it.
fly. It didn't fly
Well-
with the culture. They came out with an iconic shoe, the Travis Scott Jordan 1s. Holy shit. That was like sex to somebody's feet. People are dying. Man, that is probably the most duplicated shoe to date.
It is.
It is,
Bruh,
bro.
like I am
The fucking,
scary
the
shit.
fucking gravity of fakes that I've seen of Travis Scott. Once they start making this shit, and I'm going back to Yeezy too. If Yeezy would have left Adidas, Adidas would die slowly.
I think that Travis Scott
Guaranteed.
1 is
These
the
would die
most
quickly.
rep shoe ever.
He
It
would die.
gotta be. It gotta be in the history
The only
of
reason
any
why
fake. It has to be that Travis Scott 1.
it's hard for Nike to die because they have all the attention.
Let me give you all a little tidbit. At that event I was at, there was a legit checking station. Out of 100 pairs, I was talking because one of the guys who legit checks at that legit check booth, I was talking to him. Out of 100 pairs, 4 were real.
I believe that. I
truly
all the way believe that.
Things
I
I
truly
believe that all the way.
exactly the same.
And
It
you know
was
what's
just-
sad about that, Riley? The people that knew that were there didn't give a damn. They didn't care they were fake.
Everybody know I've been looking for Travis Scott 1 lows. You know why I haven't found one? And I've got the fucking money to buy it. I haven't found a good deal or a real one.
I believe it.
You know?
I believe that, bro.
And even though at this one price that I did see, man, this shoe was 2-3 stitches off from me backing out. And guess what? That once I called it out, it's still out there.
And I hate that shoe.
And I
absolutely
pointed out. And I
despise that shoe.
pointed
That
out.
low is disgusting.
I hate that damn shoe.
I
That
like
shoe
it.
like a cow threw it up.
I like it better than the highs.
That
like
shoe.
the
I
highs.
hate that
Like,
damn
I,
shoe.
I could dig the highs every day. Those lows are ugly as hell.
I just my thing about the highs is it will crease up on me so bad because my legs are huge.
You know
The
what?
ones are just
Day,
a little bit
day
more
by
comfy.
day, I'm beginning to lose interest in my highs.
I'm in my
Day
mid.
by day.
I'm in my
Day
mid.
by
I'm-
day.
Speaking of high, I can't dig that, man. I love my highs.
Like
Speaking of highs, I'm gonna change the subject a little bit
It's my man Quentin right here.
because
Yes,
I
sir.
did tell my good friend. I said I was gonna give him a shout out, and it's been an hour and a half.
Look at this. Look at this. This for Mister, right? No, Quentin. You know what's so funny? There's people
That
wearing
shoe.
fake.
Not to you,
and
Quentin,
they
to that
fucking- Look, Quinn,
Especially, man.
there's
She
people
good.
that do this right here, what you saying, and guess what? They know it. And
They know
guess
they wearing
what?
fakes.
They try to pass
So
it as real.
yeah, you know
That's
what?
the disgusting
Don't
part
we've
about it.
already done it. Don't get me started on the fake thing, man, because I'm gonna go off.
All right.
I can't stand the fake
Eric,
shoe.
you might be right because if
So-
this dude was alive, he would take Nike to a different level because he was the culture
I'm
before he
the
left.
biggest-
Rest in peace,
biggest,
Nipsey.
biggest Nipsey Hussle fan of all time.
Most
And it's a
definitely.
shame people didn't
Most
know who he
definitely.
was while he was alive, and that honestly breaks my heart.
I'm gonna lose my black card, Riley, because I didn't know who the hell Nipsey Hussle was till he died.
And that's okay. And the thing is,
I
it's
knew
like,
Nipsey
Go figure
because
it
I don't get no.
I knew
it's not like I
Nipsey
get
because
culture points for
like
knowing who he was before he died.
I had
was-
no clue.
his music was touching, you know? It was.
But you gotta
I
think
love-
about it too. I'm a purist. I like old school rap. Like
I feel
anything
you.
new,
I
I'm kind of
I
like
do too, man.
like
Don't get
R&B
me
and all
wrong.
that. I'm like, ugh. I don't even wanna touch it.
I appreciate the DMX. I appreciate the Juveniles. I appreciate the High Boys. I appreciate even the first Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac,
Yeah, I'm not.
Dog Pound, West Side Connection, man, you name it. I listened
I
to
felt
it.
like that was kind of whack too.
Ice
Like everybody
Cube.
was like the marathon, and I was like, "What the hell y'all talking about?" Even my daughter was like the marathon. I'm like, "What the hell you talking about?"
But
The
you know what?
marathon?
I started.
thing-
When I found out about him, probably like 5-6 years ago. I was just like, man, this kid got a different cadence to what the mumble rap was going on. You know, so
That's exactly how I got onto him.
I was like, okay, it's cool with the mumble rap. You know, I want to go get lit. You know, I want to go. But there's some times where I also want to be like, okay, shit, I want to listen to
For
something.
real.
I want to listen
I
to
have
some
like
game.
the most diverse taste of all time. I'll be listening to Biggie one time and then Lil Key the next second, and some of y'all probably don't even know
True.
who the hell Lil Key
True,
is.
Quinn.
But like, and the thing is,
Also,
with
Clyde Chase.
Nipsey, the way I got into Nipsey it was actually I'm like a big into like activist work, and part of like the goal of why I'm out here is I want to go back into my community and help restore some of like the things that I really felt like that was let down. And he has this foundation called the Neighborhood Knit Foundation,
Yes.
and it's really about buying back. his
Y'all look
community,
into it.
building up local.
Buy your own,
Like,
bro.
I
Let
did
me
it.
tell you something, Riley. Let me put you on something that somebody's been doing that, but don't need the publicity. Jay Prince has been doing that for the past 20 years. If you don't know who Jay Prince is, he's the CEO
Is
and
that-
founder of Rap-A-Lot. He's
Okay.
bought the whole Fifth Ward.
That's
He's
man.
bought-
That's man
he's-
you don't mess with in Houston.
That's man that you.
Yeah,
it's-
you don't mess with.
you don't mess with this man in
You don't
Houston.
mess with him.
Because not even because of the fear, is because what he was protecting.
Too much
He was-
respect.
It was
Ton of
just-
respect for him,
He
bro.
was protecting a culture,
Yeah, like you
You know
just
what I'm
don't. He
saying?
like off limits.
just like how Nipsey was doing it.
Yeah.
How he was in the hood. This man is in the hood as well.
Yeah, you don't mess with you. Like that's
That-
that's him, Bun B. Like you don't mess with them in Houston, bro.
Correct. Correct.
Scarface, you don't like. You just
But right
Respect,
now,
man.
who do y'all think would take over Travis Scott besides the people that we already mentioned? Because somebody mentioned Post. Somebody.
I think that Post Malone thing, man. I would never thought of that. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I think about it, I'm like, man. Even though I don't like that dude, like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay,
could
listen-
actually,
listen to
I could
this.
actually see, I could actually
Post
see that.
Malone had a collab with Crocs.
I know he did, but that's a croc.
Exactly.
That's no Nike. That's no Jordan.
Yeah, ain't no Jordan, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, ain't
It's
no
the
Jordan,
Nike
bro.
brand.
Right.
It's not the person.
But
Nike
it
is
has
just-
a big thing because how many famous people have you seen collab with these Jordans and do nothing? And
Name
honestly,
some.
honestly,
Name
when we're
some.
talking about this, but when we're
Name
talking
some.
about
Name some retro Jordans. Somebody. Nike don't let nobody just collab with somebody with their
of course,
Jordan.
but when I'm trying to
With
get
the
at is that
retro Jordans. Anything
If we talk
before
about that, if we
a
talk
Jordan
about that,
10.
then we better start putting some respect on Kanye's name. However you feel about him and his political beliefs, I don't necessarily get along with half the bullshit that comes out his mouth, but whatever. That man built a brand that has competed with Jordan Retros
You're right.
on nothing.
Can't take it from him. Yeah,
Correct.
you're absolutely right.
Correct.
I have
Let
no
me ask-
argument.
Okay, let me
I
ask you
have
this
none.
on a whole different
None.
perspective. Who's a bigger artist, Drake or Kanye?
Kanye.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Drake.
Oh.
What? Oh, hey, okay, time out. Wait. Okay, let me say this. So Drake is with Jordan. They come up with OVOs. The resale is compared to Yeezy Reflectives. Because you know why, y'all? The rarity of
Man,
the
don't you ever say
item.
DJ Khaled no more. Eric, what the hell?
This is him. Y'all go get this guy right here. Who's mad is
Man.
this?
Who could replace? I'm trying to think of who could replace Travis Scott. Like, I don't think anyone. Travis Scott is so genius because he's got so much.
Why you keep
he's
saying
got so
that?
much social. He has
I
so much.
can't say I
social
can't stand
capital right now.
I can't stand it when you say that, man.
Like, why you say genius? Like,
He's
what the
not.
world? Like,
His-
I'm just curious. Like, what?
Nike marketing is a genius. Nike marketing is a genius.
Well,
Because you know
no.
what?
I mean, his marketing
Okay,
is
all
the
right.
genius, not Nike.
I'm gonna let
Because
y'all make y'all point.
just like Riley said, this man stole a box of cereal that people were fighting over. I agree. Like, his marketing team is a genius. Like,
It's
a
marketing, bro.
but it's not
marketing.
him. They've done something, bro, that has, like I said, and I'm trying not to use exploitation in a negative connotation. They have exploited people, man, to believe like if you don't have this Travis Scott, whatever, you ain't shit. That's how I feel.
They
Like,
were just building, but they
literally
were
gotta
just,
have it
And what's
to-
the difference between Jordan
but
Brand
they
doing
were
the same
just
thing?
building on their momentum.
Well-
What started it for them is the Jordan brand with their retros. It's
Yeah,
the
but-
perfect combination. It's
but
like
like
you
you
just can't make a perfect cake with two ingredients. No,
Nah.
But
exactly.
How
But
he got
Riley's,
there?
but Riley makes a good point. He's saying like, "Yo, okay, like he's done something special. I just don't think he a genius."
Correct.
Okay.
That's my only
And
argument.
then if
Then
it's
maybe I'll
close
change
to
up my wording
if it's
a little
close
bit. 'Cause I
to
don't want you
product
to do it
if
on the
it's
wording,
close
what I'm trying
to
say.
a product genius it will be Kanye. I'll give it to him. I don't agree with a lot of his stuff, but if you're talking about a product genius, it's Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye made a silhouette that no one had ever seen before.
Bro,
Really?
a lot of people said, man, those things were ugly. But guess what? Everybody is freaking drooling over
Everybody.
over 350 V2s, man. Let's no
And it's
secret
all the
about it.
perfect combination, man. You gotta think about it. There's so many variables to these equations because you could say it's because of the Jordan retros that
Eric, yes. Okay,
But,
perfect
like,
example.
my thing
He
is
collabed. He collabed with.
Oh,
a Jordan-
wait,
Yeah,
Lane,
go ahead.
let Riley finish.
because you could say it's just these Jordan collabs that's what made him big. But let's not forget that he, whether you like his music or not, he's an artist, and the hype behind Astroworld was fucking insane, and it lived up to the hype, in my opinion.
But again, though, think about it.
That's
Why was
crazy. You
the
know what?
Astroworld
You
insane?
know what's so crazy?
It's insane.
Don't nobody even know the history of Astroworld.
They don't. And I'm gonna
That's
give you.
what pisses me off.
Wait, let me give you a real good one. You know what?
That's what
really
pisses
pissed
me
me
off.
off, Riley, when the whole Travis Scott. The reason why I didn't, why I didn't really buy the Travis Scott 4, even though I could have, because it was, anyone could have got it in Houston. People said that it was the Oilers colorway. That ain't the damn Oilers colorway, bro, at all. It is not. It does not represent anything about Houston. That shoe does not. The LeBron 3 looks closer to the Oilers colorway than that damn Travis Scott shoe does. It just
Correct.
does. And to Lean's point, I think where I got frustrated with people, we're from Houston. We're like, well, damn, why y'all keep talking about, Astroworld and this, that, and the other? And you're like, you don't know nothing about it. Not you, but
a lot of people thought that he created that.
They thought he created Astroworld,
I
bro.
was like, whoa!
Astroworld was the place.
Yes,
Astroworld was like a
the
Six
only
Flags.
place. It was the only place we had in Houston. Like the
But
only-
what's so crazy is a lot of people came out with an album called Astroworld way before he did.
Yes, I'm like, dude. Like the first representation of the Oilers colorway was from LeBron in the All-Star game.
Correct.
In the
The very first one, and no one gave that man credit for looking at us and saying, "Bro, I know y'all lost y'all football team. Here's a shoe, and I'm gonna represent Houston." No one gave that man any
Well,
props
that's
for doing
PE.
that.
The thing is, that was a PE. Like, that's a different story.
True,
can talk
no,
about
I get it.
That's-
But guess
that
what?
was a PE.
But that shoe came when it came out in a general release. It sat.
Correct.
It did.
It's set. It's set, bro. It's set hard. And that Jordan 4 is no different than any other Jordan 4. If we got to be honest, what's the difference? And I'm a huge fan of the Jordan 4s. That's all. Jordan 4s and Jordan 3s are my favorites.
Okay.
That shoe is no different than any other Jordan 4, bro.
Super fact.
Yes. And you know what, Tex? You already know what I'm about to say. He ain't from Houston. Let's get that out the way. People that live in Houston Do not call. If you from Missouri City, guess where you say you from? I'm from Mo
Moses
City.
City.
If you from A-Leaf, you say you from the SWAT.
A-Leaf,
If you
yeah.
from Fifth Ward, you say you from the
From the
Bloody Nipple.
nickel.
If you from Third Ward,
Third
you,
Ward,
you
you say
from the
from the
Trey.
trade.
If you from the South Park, you say I'm from the
From the
Dead
Park.
End.
Yeah,
Man, let's
exactly.
stop. Like,
You
bro,
from Harlem Clark, you from the
yes,
Clark.
I'm from the Clark. Like, dude, he never claimed Houston, bro. He
He
never
just
did.
he needed to do something different
He
to
never.
gain. The
And
thing about it
you
is
know
our
what?
music culture here is so big, man. A lot of people don't recognize it. It's
Yes,
got
to be
everything to do with the influence of DJ Screw.
and to be fair to you, Riley, this is probably why anytime the Travis Scott thing come up with me, I'ma always get defensive. It's because of that. I think that
Correct.
right there,
Bro, we did not get a
feelings.
fucking
No
no
release, bro.
release.
Like none
No release.
before.
Everything the Sneaker Pass was doing was in LA or fucking Chicago or New York.
That is
I'm
like
like,
a
where the
slap in
fuck
the
are
face,
we?
bro. Like a slap in the face, dude.
So
Like,
to be honest with you, Riley, I lost a lot
yeah,
of
we not being.
respect.
I know I'm not being fair.
Jordan won.
I'm
I
gonna have to
lost a
step
lot of
back. You
respect
know
for that
what?
shit.
Anytime we bring up Travis Scott on this show, I ain't gonna say nothing because I have my own feelings towards that, bro.
Eric, no, he did not. I'm fucking sorry. He did not. Not a one pair. And he came over here to see the construction of
Of the
his
building.
space store.
Yes,
Had every little
day-
kid out there fighting
three
the
days,
week of the release.
3 days before.
And guess what? The next day, that same night, he put out a tweet or
Said
went on
the tweet
Instagram.
and told
Said,
them,
hey,
"Go home."
hey, go home. Ain't
All
shit.
hot. I was like, hot outside.
So what I said, you
Man.
know what, bro? Thank you, but no thank you.
Even when we went to the pop-up, the pop-up event, man, I thought that we were gonna go there, and you know what? At least we were gonna get something to say, hey, Travis Scott won, or you're gonna get some type of, pass, or some of us would be blessed with a pass to get the TS6s. We didn't get that. We got a damn videotape.
A VCR.
And you know what the VCR was, bro?
Bro.
They were walking out like, yo, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, that's a VCR tape. What you mean? I'm like,
Huh?
you have to put it into
no.
a VCR. Like, they like, well, what you mean? I'm like, yo, it's a real tape.
Now
And
you
then
can watch it.
you can watch it, but you got to find the VCR. They're like, where am I find the VCR from? Pawn shops? I don't know. Like, I have no
I don't
idea.
know. Wait, ain't Radio Shack anything no more? Oh,
You say what?
Radio Shack ain't a thing no more.
Nah, man.
Is Radio
Listen,
Shack a thing?
No.
I have no clue, man.
Radio Shack been done. Radio Shack went out of business like 7 years ago. So
Best Buy got one.
Amazon killed that. The internet killed these electronic shops.
yeah.
Trust me.
And
All right.
Eric brought up, he
I
said,
got-
I
I
remember
got
Damn
5
D
minutes.
doing that. The funny thing though with that, Eric, is, and I'm not, you know what? Damn D is a big time YouTuber, by the way. I've only seen him once. But I'll say this, bro. All that theatric that was done during that stuff, none of us knew what was going on. No one had. I live in Houston, bro. We live in Houston. Like there was no way of knowing. Everyone jumped on an assumption that they were going to release that shoe at Space. No one had an inside track. No one really knew initially.
What he
No
mean
one-
by space was he's coming out with a store. It's called the Space Store. So it's open. And guess what? It's rumored to open this fucking weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
So guess what everybody is
What
doing
Travis Scott
now?
sees. So guess what everybody about to do?
Line up.
Got that long,
Yeah.
bro. They had when the AJ ones came out, Travis Scott's dudes had their mom, aunt, sister,
People all
brother,
out there.
cousin sleeping.
And here's the thing. I don't know. I know you're in New York. I don't know where the rest of y'all are from, but in Houston, it's a different type of hot.
And we're not talking about hot as in
There's a
weather
different type of hot, bro.
and hot as in police.
It's a different type of hot.
Because he opened this store in a very, very, very
Affluent neighborhood.
expensive neighborhood.
Affluent neighborhood, bro.
Exactly. It's not even called Houston, I don't think. It's called
It's West
Place-
University.
West University, Texas.
The
It's
average
inside
income
Houston.
in West University, Texas, is $178,000.
And they're all either doctors, lawyers, or whatever it is. Every house
Yeah.
got a house in it.
Yes,
The
Bruh,
garage is probably
they have
bigger than
sound
my
barrier
whole house.
walls on the street so they don't hear the noise from the cars that are passing by.
That's how that
That's how
neighborhood is.
big it is. So I got my own issues with that whole Travis Scott thing. Like I said, if you're gonna claim Houston, claim Houston. I was born in Fifth Ward, grew up in A-Leaf, and we call A-Leafs a SWAT. That's where I was born, bred in Fifth Ward, which is horrible, by the way. Love my old place, but it is bad. And then I grew up there. I didn't claim I'm not, and Fifth Ward is part of Houston, by the way. Like the triple black release, the 350 triple black release. Bruh, Adidas literally said that you had to live in inner Houston to even register for the damn shoe.
Correct.
You could even live on the outskirts of the city, bruh.
Riley, you just pay attention with this TS6 release.
Yeah, watch
And you
how they
and
move
you
with it, bro. We're
the
gonna get
what
messed over.
to be honest with you, I'm not
Maybe
really
I'm praying for y'all. I'm praying for y'all. Y'all
We're gonna get
through
messed
this,
over again,
again.
bro.
I
We
got.
always
I
get
have
messed
2
over.
minutes. I
Cool,
have 2
cool,
minutes.
man.
I don't want to cut y'all off, but I did promise Jeremy Layson that I would show what I got in the mail.
Man, we can't
So I'm
see
gonna
you.
do.
Why are you
Huh?
buffering like that?
Hello,
Because we just see your face.
y'all can see me.
Nah.
We can't see you moving. We see you.
Hello,
I hear you, but we don't see you.
Yeah, you just a
y'all
blank.
can't see me.
You just a blank screen right now.
Jeez, has it been like that the whole time?
For the most
Kinda.
part.
Nah, it was showing your face at first lagging, but man, you just pay attention, man. I swear.
So what you shouting out for him? Like what you got for him?
He jumped out, but man, dude, I'm still sour. Like that's why you don't see me excited about fucking TS release, bro. The TS6. First of all, I don't wear sixes. You know, let alone okay, it's Travis Scott. I'm here. You know what I'm here for.
I know.
You
I don't.
know,
You know what? My. So I don't really like them. You know, I think I'm getting caught up in the hype too a little bit, bro. I don't really like them. And I need to really stop doing that. You know, just because you have the money don't mean that you need to go after what you want. And if I don't want
correct,
that shoe, I'm not going after it. And I'm beginning to think like
bro. If
I
you're
said,
gonna be out here screaming Astroworld and having merch, bro, take care of Astroworld. Travis Scott, man, I beg you, man, take care of Astroworld, bro. It starts here.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That is very upsetting, bro. Like really, 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 really upsetting. You know,
Is it
but
any better
again,
now, or y'all can't
yeah,
hear me?
I
We
can
can
see
see you
you
now.
and
We can see you
I
now.
can hear you.
Go ahead, man. We know you got a little short time. We
I
went over
apologize.
than
The lighting
what
whole
we
thing.
expected to. We appreciate y'all for staying with us.
Yeah, it's a good talk.
My Wi-Fi is so bad here. I apologize, y'all. But I do have a big shoe, and I'm super happy. It's like a grail, but like a little spin on the grail. We got. I don't know if y'all can see this. Oh well, I'm trying to hide this light a little bit. Show y'all what this is. Oh, come on, this lighting, man, you're killing me. Y'all can't see nothing. Oh, there we go.
Ah, okay.
Oh, nice. That's
Uncle,
a define, huh?
this is the New York City to
Yeah. New York,
Ah,
LA,
yeah, yeah.
New York to Paris.
New York City to Paris turned into Uncles.
Those are nice, bro.
These are clean, man. And
They
I
are.
was just, I had the chance to get a real pair of Uncles, 600, but they were separating. It's a shoe that came out in 2004, and if y'all don't know
bro.
about the originals, I'm gonna have to ask y'all to educate yourselves.
I like that shoe. That shoe.
Yeah, I
That is nice.
like it.
That is
There
clean.
was a big debate about somebody tearing up their NYC to Paris or their Chicago to LA, man. It's been a big debate this past week.
I got
Hey,
a pair that I destroyed, and I got a pair that's on ice. So
wow. If you want to ever donate a pair size 11, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you no.
you know what? I don't wear small sizes, but I keep winning Travis Scott's in small sizes. Like I can't never win my damn size. I always have to flip a pair to get my size. So I got my ones by flipping an 11. Yeah, I got
Hey.
my, and I hate my Travis Scott. I hate them. I hate the lows, bro. Like that goddamn shit is It's horrible.
Well, no. Mm.
Well, with that being said, I have to head out, man. It's late.
All
Got
right,
class
brother.
in the morning.
All right, man.
Y'all have a fantastic night.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Stay up.
So good show, man. Good show.
Good show. Good debate. We
Really
can go
good.
longer, but man, we know y'all got to go too.
So next week we're gonna have a what would Jim, if you were a wrestling fan back in the day, what did Jim Ross used to call them? Slobber knockers.
Yeah.
We're about to have a slobber knocker, bro. Ain't gonna be no more of us going back and forth. I'm about to get lean, and we finna get somebody else, and they finna go at, and I'm just gonna referee this. I want to know next week. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview of next week's show. We're about to end all this stuff. We're gonna get us a hype beast, and we're gonna get us a sneakerhead, and we finna have this talk. We gonna let them go at it, bro.
Man, end the show, man. That's all. We are that. Man,
I'm waiting.
right,
I'm waiting. I want a sneaker. I want a hype beast to tell me why they put them damn surgical masks in their face. Like they got the avian flu. I just want to know. Like, I'm
boys
curious.
got headbands over their nose. Like, bro, can you breathe on that?
Man, look, I just want to know.
Boys got skiing glasses in Houston, July of Houston. Like, bro, what
somebody,
is that?
By somebody
on,
is 6 foot, 110 pounds,
Damn.
but their shoes are so big. I'm curious. So, and again, this is not to knock anybody. I want
man.
Because again, here's the thing. Before we leave, it's gonna always be one thing. We all got a little bit of hype beast in us. So never mistaken that. Everybody got a little bit of hype beast in us.
Yep.
I just want to know what their thought process is, and I want to know what a sneakerhead thought process is. So what we gonna do next week? We gonna step back. I'm gonna be the hype beast coach, and I'm gonna let Lean be the sneakerhead coach, and then we gonna go at it. So it's gonna be us against them. We gonna see how this go out. Because I'm gonna defend, even though against my better judgment, but I think my daughter is a little bit of a hype beast, so I gotta represent her, and she's too young to be on this show right now. But I'm going to jump on Team Hype Beast, and Lean gonna be on Team Sneakerhead, and then we gonna go at it.
Because it's all about what you like, man. Not what nobody else like. But
Absolutely.
We're gonna touch on that next week.
Absolutely. So, hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like the channel. Make sure you comment below if you love what we're doing. Follow our IG pages. Put our IG pages up there. We got Lean.713. You got me, Houston Sneaker Club. I did have my winners, even though y'all didn't follow us on this, but I'm giving out the free tickets to the Joker movie, and we're gonna have them on the show as well because I want to do a movie review, and we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna have another giveaway coming up. So I don't know, but we'll coordinate the giveaway. Y'all never know. Maybe a pair of shoes.
Thank y'all for watching, man.
Thank you for watching. We'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.
Later.